What's going on? It's your dog Artman Boxing, and we're back with another boxing conversation. I know it's been a while. It's been a while, but I'm back. Still trying to process everything that happened last week, and moving forward. Tomorrow we got the fucking cheating king. I meant Gypsy King versus motherfucking Dillian White tomorrow at the Wembley for the WBC British Teeth Belt or whatever. Shout out to my dude, Plug Dave, Boxing Plug Dave. If I'm in the house, shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with the channel. Shout out to everybody who's been buying the merch. Man, we've been doing good, man. We've been doing our motherfucking thing, yo, with that Javante Davis painting I just did, the Devin Haney, and the Errol Spence versus Ugas. Oh, man. Dude, and then on top of that, we might be getting Errol Spence versus Crawford. So you already know, man, I'm about to make a legendary painting when it comes to that shit. I'm about to, man, I don't even like, man, I don't even like speaking on my actions. I'm gonna just let y'all see it, man. Real shit. I know that shit's gonna be super fire, but we got my brother in the building. What's going on, brother, man?
Hey, what's up? Sorry about the Spence Ugas situation. I went out, watched the fight in public. I got the partying and shit. Yeah,
Don't worry, I was partying too, nigga.
yeah, I fucked around and stayed out all
I
night.
couldn't even say nothing. I'm surprised I didn't get no copyright strike because all I did, I was just letting that shit play, just talk boxing or whatever. It was a good fight, man.
Hey,
It was
but
a,
did you see Stanionis and Butayev?
hell yeah, I watched that whole thing. I'm like,
I
yo,
I told you.
Butev is. I told you, motherfucker. Now everybody talking about Butev's a dirty fighter. Nah, nigga, I was telling y'all when he
Right,
fought Jamal James. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is dirty.
right. Nobody said that on Jamal James, but Stanionis, and keep in mind, he fought Stanionis far cleaner than he fought Jamal James because Stanionis had more power. But I told you Stanionis was gonna get in there and whoop his ass. But did you see how frustrated Stanionis was that he was getting hurt? He was like, "Fuck!" He was like,
You said Butev or stay on this?
I said Stanionis was gonna win, but I just said, did you notice how frustrated Stanionis was when he started getting hurt? Because Butayev hit hard.
When he started getting hurt, he started throwing them fucking. He'd close up and then start throwing them overhands, and
Yeah,
that shit will fucking pop his ass. Butev would be right down the middle for him to land that shit.
and Butayev got no head movement, and I'm
No head movement. No head movement.
if any of them niggas fight fucking Boots, it's over with. if
It's
any of
over with. I was like, wait, hold on. If you niggas trying to fight the winner trying to fight Spence, boy, Spence will
nah,
fuck both of you niggas up on the same night.
yeah, y'all
Type shit.
they will get slaughtered. But I'm gonna tell you this though. Now I said I'm like honestly I don't think Ugas will win that fight. Now you see why that nigga was running so tough. How do you think he would have got murked by Stanionis? Stanionis would have broke his ass off.
I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. With this motherfucking Stanosis Errol Spence shit, if he tries to step in the middle, I wouldn't even mind Errol Spence stopping that nigga before he fights Bud. I know we want to see Bud right away, but it's just like, just in case some politics do come about, I think Errol can wash him easy.
Yeah, and the thing is, this would be a situation where I would either put boots on him or I would put fucking Bud on him. I'm like, Bud, how about you earn your keep around here and pull some fucking weight? How about you fight somebody that's undefeated that's not fucking green beans? Shit, I mean, you
This is
fought
a better green beans.
yeah, I was gonna say you fought green beans with no problem. Just go ahead and take care of this nigga. I don't know, everybody's scared of like no one wants to fight Crawford. Everybody wants to fight Spence. Y'all already saw Ugas. He thought it was sweet, and he got broke off. He can't even see out his fucking eyes still.
I seen that picture of Yugas. Oh my lord,
That shit is disgusting.
lord.
That shit is horrible. His fucking right side of his face is like an ass. Nobody wanna see
Damn, my
that.
guy. I said, Lord, that shit. He did that man greasy.
That's what he did. He came in talking all that shit. Talking about, oh, I'm gonna just come straight forward. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna fight Crawford. And he was all like, "This nigga really think he about to get in here and do something? Okay, go ahead and come straight at him."
He was really talking all that. Oh, I'm gonna fight Crawford shit, nigga. What?
He was talking
You
big
think you about
shit.
to get past Errol?
And you know what? I'm so glad he stuck to his game plan. He was just like, you know what? I'm gonna come straight at him, and I'm gonna just go ahead. I was like, cool. Then the fight won't go 12, and then won't want got his shit closed up. That's just fucking priceless. I'm just like, man, this nigga really think he's just about to get in here and run over Errol Spence. Okay, all right.
All right.
Yeah, everybody think it's sweet, and then it's hilarious. All the people that are gassing up Ugas. Oh man, Ugas
And I
ain't but
was telling you, see me post on there. I said, bro, y'all really thinking Yuka's gonna win this? They like, yeah, man, Yuka's really got it. I'm like, bro, are you niggas serious?
my thing is, I just can't stand how they all disappeared. Like y'all said, Ugas was a master. Ugas is a master boxer. He's got that range. He's got the jab. He's got Ismail Salas. La di da di da. Right after Errol Spence stopped him, you niggas, Ugas washed. I'm like, are y'all serious? Even the motherfuckers that picked Ugas to win just like deleted Twitter for 24 hours. They fucking went into witness protection. They weren't doing shit. I'm like, so now Errol Spence doesn't get the credit that he deserves because you niggas are flip flop. This is why you don't do that. You don't talk shit about everybody's ops when they got fights coming up. Like all you niggas that shitted on Bivol, y'all look stupid when Canelo ended up fight is now signing to fight him. First of all, Bivol can't punch. He's boring as fuck. He doesn't sell tickets. He has no resume. He doesn't deserve the fight. Canelo. Oh yeah, we'll be fighting Bivol for his WBA belt. Oh well, Bivol's better than Charlo. Ha ha ha. It's like y'all look stupid.
I said, y'all gonna be looking real stupid saying that shit when Bivol fucking, if he beats Canelo, that's gonna be
Oh,
wild.
if he beat Canelo, boy,
How do y'all come back from that one?
shit. If he beats Canelo, man, I'm talking big shit. That's gonna be sad. Cause y'all talked all that shit. Oh, he hasn't gotten a knockout. Blah 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 blah. And also the way y'all describe Charlo, everybody's better than Charlo. The way y'all describe him. What's up, Julius?
What's going on with you fellas?
No, nothing.
Shit, I'm just getting this work in, getting ready to paint this picture of people like, man, they really like Errol Spence, yo.
Man, you've been putting out some good material here lately. I've been checking it out. What's
Yeah,
up,
man.
boxing player?
A lot of people been saying, my customers, they've been saying, not to toot my own horn or anything like that, but they've been saying, man, Art, man, your shit looking better than the pros these days.
Well,
Yeah,
you a pro, man. You a
no,
pro.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Yeah,
Master artist.
yeah.
I mean, you're getting paid for it, so that's literally the
You're
definition of a professional.
professional.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, let me share y'all some the funniest shit ever that happened recently.
hmm
Just like literally like yesterday. So I woke up in the morning. I'm like, let me get a morning paint session in. What I'm saying, finish this little piece I'm working on. I get to going on it's Twitter and some fools talking about wanting me, saying I'm this and that. He's looking at the boxing videos. He's saying I'm this, and that. And I'm like, dude, whatever. I made a joke about him, and he's like, oh well, I'm actually doing pretty well for myself. And I'm like, shit, if you're doing well for yourself, go ahead and spend some money at Art Man Apparel. This dude turned around and said, shit, I'll give you money for a custom artwork. And I said, I bet. Next thing you know, we talking business in the DM. He sent me some money, $200,
hmm
just based off of just chopping it up, him hating
Right,
on me, but my talent is undeniable. That regardless if you hate what I'm saying, I still make quality work.
right. And in the end, that's all that matters, man.
Yeah, but I just
Yeah.
found it funny that a guy can go from hating on me to being a customer.
I mean
hmm
that's all of them, but everybody is a gajillionaire on Twitter. Everybody's a six figure, nice car house. Everybody's that dude on
Professional
Twitter.
gambler.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody is like a real nigga on Twitter because all the real niggas are on Twitter. Like, bro, just fucking Jesus Christ. Like y'all need to.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, dude, if you really a baller, put your money where your mouth is. I got a site right here.
All right, that's what I'm saying, man. Everybody's this super wealthy, awesome person with their shit together on Twitter, which is why they spend all their time on Twitter. Like Jesus Christ.
Right. I'll be the first person to tell you I'm not no rich dude or nothing like that. But shit, I do what the fuck I got to do out here.
Right. I
You know what I'm
definitely I
saying?
got enough going on to where I can't spend all day holding spaces and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta move
Not saying
around.
that that's what y'all do, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But
Right.
speaking of that, man, a lot of shit's going on. One thing
Yeah.
I'm seeing on Twitter is America is not talking about supporting Tyson Fury versus White. You know what I'm saying? They said they ain't saying they're not gonna watch it, but nobody talking about buying some pay per view.
Shit,
How do y'all fellow Americans feel? Y'all should spend some money on
Well,
that.
I'm
no,
definitely for
bro,
$70, and then
no,
not to
70 bucks.
not
no
only
way,
not
no
only is
way.
Fury versus White ass in and of itself, but look at the undercard. The
Not
undercard
even
is
worth a penny.
the undercard is horrible. Like who are
They
these
got that
people?
killer Tommy Fury on there.
Oh my god! And like
Yeah.
he almost
Hey,
lost his
when you
filler
said
match.
that killer, I thought you were gonna say Callahan cousin or brother or something.
Oh
You
shit.
said Tommy Fury. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not, and also I don't want my dollars to contribute to a successful money laundering operation because
Right.
Facts.
how you got
Motherfuckers, I'm Bob Arum. I'm so naive. I didn't know I was giving millions of dollars to a
So
drug lord.
so
Get
here's
the
the
fuck
thing.
out of here.
Here's the thing, Art man. Before I got on here, I got on another show and I talked about that. And it was at first they didn't want me to bring up race, but then at the end, even even people that are haters or whatever had to come around to what I'm about to tell you is going to be the exact same statement. So think about this. Bob Arum and all those guys, Probillum, Richard Schaefer, uh, Eddie Hearn, they all contributed to this guy, multi-million-dollar drug
Crime
and money
enterprise.
laundering and murder. They all laundered money. Now, here's the thing: they was paying him $1 million just to talk to him about Tyson Fury and negotiate, and he's negotiating. So
4 billion?
so here's the thing: if it was a drug dealer, a black drug dealer from say Kansas City, just using for example, he could be from Minneapolis, L.A., wherever. Would Bob Arum and all those guys would have given this guy $4 and $5 million? And think about this. Um, to me, I don't believe the government would have arrested Callahan right now if it wasn't for the work and all this stuff that he's doing out in the open. You know what I'm saying? Where he's getting, legal money out here. You know what I'm saying? They were like, nah, that's too much. They
I
could have stopped
I
it.
heard I
My,
heard
oh,
that that they used some of that the money from Wilder versus Fury fights and put it into places, and that's got the attention of U.S. law enforcement.
my thing is though, check this out.
Okay.
I just got one question. So you're Bob Arum. You're almost 100 years old, literally. You've managed Mayweather, Muhammad Ali. You've been in boxing,
Oscar De La Hoya,
De
right?
La Hoya, all these people. You've been in boxing almost your entire life. You have a degree from Harvard Law School and used to be a full-fledged prosecutor. Why? And keep in mind, you've been in the United States all this time, doing all this, making all this money, whatever, whatever. Why in the what? Why in the hell are you retaining some foreigner who is not even a specialist in boxing for consulting fees? What could he possibly have to tell you when he's old enough to be your damn grandson?
Remember
Old enough to
something
be
that
your great grandson.
now,
What could he possibly consult
well,
you on when it
you
comes to boxing?
you remember that about maybe 3 to 5 years ago, Top Rank sold a portion of his company. It wanted to go public with the company, remember?
No, I don't
And
remember.
so
But Top Rank is a subsidiary of ESPN, so how do they have the rights to go
no,
public?
they sold a share of their company before they got with ESPN. You can read this.
Oh,
I
they
mean,
did.
just document it. Google it, Art man, when you get a chance. So they went public a few years ago, and then the next thing you know, Callahan and the Tyson Fury situation happened. Look at it. Tyson Fury was a bona fide free agent. He was a free agent.
Yeah,
When
because
he did business with Al Heyman in the first fight
Yeah,
with Wilder.
the first Wilder fight, well, Top Rank wasn't even involved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But as soon as that happened, and as soon as Bob Arum and Top Rank went public, you got to understand, how do you think Top Rank was doing all those shows on ESPN with their own money during the pandemic?
I mean, I guess it wasn't off of the Bud paychecks. Considering.
That's what I'm telling you, man. Top Rank went from a company that was in trouble financially to all of a sudden they were steady. And I believe that it was all because of the great, for Bob Arum, he'd call him great, Daniel Canahan. Remember, he said he was a great guy. So I'm not making this up. This is Bob Arum words. He's a great guy and he's an asset for boxing. That's what he said about a guy that murdered 18 people, sell international drugs in South America, South Africa, all of Europe, Italy, Ireland, England. This is what he said about that guy. There had been numerous kidnappings. Remember in 2016, they had the weigh-in. 3 people got murdered at the weigh-in.
Well,
you can pull this up.
This isn't Bob Arum's first time being investigated by the FBI.
And then Bob Arum,
it ain't the first time he snitched either.
Bob Arum, he says, "Oh, I was working with." Did he start using bullying tactics? Yeah. Who the fuck was getting bullied? Can you explain to us who's getting bullied? Was it the commission that immediately denied Wilder's claims? Or was it the WBC who immediately denied Wilder's claims?
3 weeks ago, Mauricio Suleiman was in Dubai and he was taking pictures and he was saying that Dubai was going to be the new hotbed for boxing. This was just 3 weeks ago. This was a week before the United States sanctioned on Callahan. This is documented. This ain't you can't even make it up.
Daniel Canahan must have crossed the wrong person if the U.S. is this animated. Not to mention, I don't know how true it is, but a news source from Ireland says that the UAE is actually freezing his funds and he might be extradited. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, extradite him to Ireland.
And I'm thinking you must have really fucked over the wrong
person.
Now, because the U.S. can get anybody out the paint. But now you got them involved, and all of a sudden you might actually be going in. Like who? You must actually.
You go to Ireland, man. They send him back to Ireland. He ain't gonna make it to court. They gonna whack that man.
I'm saying he must either like some politician's daughter must have overdosed, or you must have accidentally killed the wrong American while you was in Europe, my guy. Because all of a sudden America got involved, and you getting up out the paint.
Well, here's the thing.
Because this is a side mission. America got other shit going on. This is a side mission that they put on priority now.
Yeah, exactly. Europe been hunting this dude for like 20 years. America got involved and closed up shop in 2 weeks.
Right, niggas is closing up shop. They talk about freezing the
exactly. And here go the thing, man. I told a guy that I really respect, right, about my opinion on this, on why this is happening. The guy told me I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm going to tell you the comment I said. I told him that I don't believe that America has ever cared about Daniel Canahan because Daniel Canahan drugs is not affecting American drugs. You know what I'm saying? He's an international drug dealer. So their priority wouldn't have been on him. It wasn't until he started to not just be in boxing or MMA, it was to the level and the degree that he got into it. It was all these, he's a good guy. All this, I want to thank Daniel Canahan at the end of fights, people saying this. You know what I'm saying?
And
all the millions.
Saying, hey, man.
And then remember the JoJo Diaz lawsuit. All these other things kept happening with this guy, and America started looking like a joke internationally. Like Ireland were like, we at this guy, he's in Dubai, we know he's in Dubai, and he's making legal money, so-called, in America. And man, that was too much. I'm just saying, if he had just been in Dubai and no one in America knows him. I don't believe America would have went at him like that.
And
I really don't.
Top Rank been having a contract with MTK. Like you said, right after the first Wilder fight, all of a sudden you start going on MTK Global's YouTube page, you see
Mm-hmm.
fight brought to you by Top Rank. I was like, what the
Mm-hmm.
shit? And
Mm-hmm.
yes, somebody at the DEA's office said, "Oh hell no, let's get these motherfuckers, man. This is some straight bullshit right here."
Exactly, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it's like with BMF, the Black Mafia family. It was, it wasn't the fact that they were drug dealers, it was that they were putting billboards, BMF run the world,
Start cleaning the money up. They're like,
start trying to clean the money up
oh.
through music. They were like, oh no, 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 this ain't gonna happen.
It's even just like in The Wire. The cops didn't really get more sophisticated with the black criminal organizations until Stringer Bell started to buy legitimate property. Then they were like, "Oh no, we got to get these motherfuckers up the paint." We were like, "Nah." That's when like Daniel Kinahan, I'm pretty sure he came over here, established businesses with Top Rank, started to try to
Mm-hmm.
legitimize in the U.S. Like, okay, so if we don't get this dude out of here, he's gonna spread like a cancer, and ain't nobody doing gangster shit over here but Uncle Sam. So nah, let's we gotta
Mm-hmm.
get this up out of here. So yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because there are so many. All the international drug kingpins outside of the United States have the sense not to cross our borders. Because there was a few
Hey.
times. There was a few times in the early 2000s where Mexico did that a few times. There were a few killings of American citizens in like the early 2000s, and then the U.S. allegedly dispatched some special ops down there, and a lot of people started coming on mission. And then the United States was like, okay, so now do you understand? And it was like, yep, no problem, and ain't nobody been murked since.
It's facts, man. I mean, like I say, Daniel Kennedy just did too much. Ain't no other way to put it. He was doing too much, man. He was doing too much on a American stateside level. He was doing too much.
Yeah. I mean, America. That's why my mom always says all I ever have to do is pay taxes and die because America's the biggest gangsters. That's just like when Iraq and Afghanistan were talking about suing the United States and International Criminal Court for human rights violations and killing civilians. America was like, and what? And what? Yeah, we killed them. And next, and what you gonna do now? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? You ain't paying a goddamn dime, man. What? So it's like y'all play around if you want to. Y'all think y'all gangsters, okay? It all sounds good. It all sounds good. Everybody sound hard until the American authorities get involved. And next thing you know, motherfuckers going to
And
prison. Ain't
and
nobody got no money.
and also to all those people saying, "Oh, it's just boxing. Why would the government care about boxing? Why would they care about boxing?" See,
The
here's the
same reason
crazy
the
part.
mob cares about
And,
boxing.
and here's the thing. And I learned this listening to Charles Barkley one time. Charles Barkley said, "People out here laughing at people that buy 2% of a sports team. Don't those fools know that that's almost $10 million?" Like Kinahan was got 4 million, supposedly that Aram said he paid him 4 million.
Now,
He
now I'm
said
hearing that the number's 8.
exactly.
Damn,
So you think about that. If
8 million? What kind of
if
influence was Bob Arum trying to buy?
if he got 8 million from Top Rank, how much did he get from Pro Bellum? Doing all these shows.
Well, Pro Bellum is his company.
Right, but I'm
Let's not
just
get it twisted.
saying.
Let's
I'm
not get it
just
twisted.
saying in all. I'm just saying all the boxing that he did. If this guy amassed 40 or 50 million aside from the kilos that he do of ecstasy and cocaine and stuff and marijuana, I mean, come on, man.
But why do you think that he was so comfortable with closing up MTK? Because he can just shift all operations over to Probellum.
Yeah,
Because think
yeah.
about it. MTK had what? 25, 30 active fighters? And these are
Right,
major fighters. These are Jamel Herring, Tyson
right.
Fury, Terrence Crawford.
They were just yeah.
Yeah, these are big heavy hitters. You're not just gonna say, "Oh, you have no representation." No, what we're gonna do is gonna get your paperwork, go from here, transfer it to another LLC so it's hidden and I don't have to reveal its name, and then we can go ahead and make it seem like Richard Schaefer just picked all y'all up, like Bob, Al Heyman did with Oscar De La Hoya's fighters. Oh well, since your management company was dissolved, unfortunately, we'll just come and pick you up over here at Probellum. We got slots for everybody. It's the same shit.
And again, you're right. And again, so if the guy making all that money like that's gonna bring eyes upon you, man. I don't care who you are. If you look, all right, man, you can have $30 in your bank account today. If you wake up Monday morning with $3 million in your bank account because of whatever reason that you got 3 million, I bet you it'd be new people talking to you. It'd be new opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like people will know. And but
It'd
you
be a
know what,
knock,
man?
it'd be a knock on your door from the black SUVs.
And, and look, I hate to bring up, you know what I'm saying, my people and call them ends with the hard R, but that's our issue, man. We want to give those people so much credit for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like we be looking at it through the eyes of us. You know what I'm saying? And look, the people that I'm talking about is from around this area, man. And it's just a shame. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give, they give those people all the credit. You know what I mean? Like that the guy told me, that Daniel Kennedy been in yeah, exactly. And that 10 million pays exactly, Jason. Exactly. 10% pays him $50 million a year when I researched it. Exactly.
These
And that's what
fools
I'm
don't know
saying here,
business.
man. United States wasn't about to let this man amass $1 billion over here. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
That
like it's just
won't
like
happen.
those it's just like those corporate boards. Like like when you hear about someone getting a seat, oh, he or she is on the board of directors or something. I'm like, those positions pay lots of money for doing absolutely nothing. Like if you look back when Kamala Harris first started school with Willie Brown, her first position out of law school wasn't an attorney. She was sitting on the municipal board, and she was
Mhm.
getting paid $120,000 driving around the government car for nothing. That's just like when you see former politicians get put on the board of directors at companies like Pfizer. They're getting paid shareholders' earnings and one, two, three, four, five, $10 million a year for quote unquote advisory services.
Facts.
This is all
And
just this is all
and
just
that's
this is
what
all just
Kinahan
pushback.
was doing. That's what Kinahan was doing with Top Rank.
Yeah, and also that's what and yeah, not only were you given and also I think now I know why he was paying him so much bread because he was given honestly, actually hold on. Bob Arum was kind of stupid because I'm like, why are you paying Kinahan when it's your network broadcasting their fighters? Why are you paying Kinahan?
because because it goes back to something that I've been saying. It's because Kinahan and his group helped Top Rank out when they were going through financial troubles.
Oh, to
But
get him some
but
bailout?
but yeah, but see, but a lot of niggas don't want to go with that because they don't want to think that great white man Bob Aaron was having money problems. But again, you
One thing I
don't
learned
want
though, this conversation about Daniel Kinahan and Top Rank and all that, him being involved, this is way above these people head on
Right.
boxing
They
Twitter.
just
It's
don't know.
it's way
They don't
it's
know shit.
levels above their head because I'm like, bro, at this point, you can't call me crazy no more because it's
mm-mm.
documented that this man was
Right,
actually financially involved in the fight where Tyson Fury is accused of cheating it.
right.
Not only do these dudes never even researched or conducted any sophisticated business, but let me double up on it. You know why they don't want to fathom Kinahan bailing out Top Rank? Because that means that Bud's credibility as a bargaining chip for ESPN goes way the fuck down. Because at first you remember the popular narrative was, oh Bud was carrying Top Rank. They used Bud to
Exactly.
negotiate with ESPN, and that's
Right.
how they got the deal because Bomax is genius. Now look at their ass.
Hey,
Now look
speaking.
at them.
Hey, I can't wait. What's up, Cozy? I can't wait till we start digging in about this Spence and Ugas and Bud because Bomac because bro, I got a few comments that I want to make about that. Whenever
Oh,
we ready.
oh
I'm ready. I'm ready.
god.
I'm ready, man.
Oh my god. Man, you never gonna have me.
All of them.
You never gonna have
Bread, whoever.
me.
I'm
Oh
ready
no,
for it.
not
No, I
bread.
ain't gonna mess with bread. But I'm just saying, I'm ready, man.
Oh
Ready, bro. And look, I gotta say it. I ain't trying to run the show, Art Man, but I got to bust in on this one. Earl Spence got the stoppage, right?
Right.
As a matter of fact, Ugas said himself, wasn't my words. This is Ugas' words. Ugas said that his eye bled for 4 days. Said that it looked like, I think he said 40 hours straight. That's what it was. His eye bled for 40 hours straight. That his girlfriend and himself said it looked like he was crying blood tears for
Damn.
40 hours. That's what the man said. Broken orbital bone, broken nose. But let me ask you this though. Oh, I will, Cozy. Let me ask you a question. Did what's my man name?
Sean
The
Porter.
the big pound for pound guy that strength and condition. What's his name?
Oh no, not Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
Oh
So I
shit.
gotta ask. I gotta ask,
Oh,
man. I
no.
mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. Earl Spence hadn't fought in almost 2 years and
Oh,
came back and almost put a man out.
oh,
And Blu-ray said he can't get the knockouts because he ain't been with him. That's all I'm saying, man. That's
oh.
all I want to know, man. Can we now put that to bed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
but
put it to bed. I
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely put it to bed.
you can't talk too much.
yeah.
I was never like big on the Blu-ray shit, but we definitely can't say much now.
But I respect that man for his what he does when it comes to the strength and conditioning stuff. I seen him doing his thing. He said I'm about to be 41 and he's still putting in work. So I'm like, I
Damn, you about to
respect
be
that.
40
Yeah, I
now?
respect that. I don't respect the comment when you start talking about it's like if I go out there and I say, okay, Kobe or Mike, I want y'all to get in the paint and you do this move and you turn around, do the turnaround jumper. Come on, let's do this over and over and over. And then when Mike or Kobe turn in 40 points or 30-point average for a season and win an MVP, I sit back and say, well, you know what, man? Kobe wouldn't have done that without me. Or Michael wouldn't have done. You get what I'm saying? That's what he
Or
did.
or you
That's
you give me some pointers. You give me some pointers on what I should paint. And be
exactly. And
like,
yeah, I
yeah.
say, well, Art Man, you should do this, and Art Man do it, and I say, boy, Art Man, Art Man ain't put out no great art since I stopped telling him which one to paint.
Um,
That's all I'm talking about, bro.
that
I
is
I I respect anybody go to prison, get out, and do their thing, but man, stop with all this, man. Earl Spence can't get a knock. Now that he done put a guy out, what happens now? What happens next? What do you say? That's why you should not make statements because
I
now
mean, if
you
he was with
don't
me,
have
I
no
would he
leeway.
would have knocked him smooth out.
what is so.
Yeah.
But Julie, Julie, what is so wrong about just sliding your people some bread? What I mean, that's all it really is, right? He just
and
helping out his own.
and
Yeah,
that's
I
what
ain't
he
mad
should
at that. I
say.
ain't mad at that at all.
Now
Yeah, like
that's what
yeah.
Beehive, that's all he had to say. He
That's
had to say, look, man, Earl is a great guy. He's a brother. I'm a brother. We need to keep our money within our own community. We could do this and that. I'd have rolled with him, Blu-ray 1,000%.
right.
But
That's
when he
all.
started talking that other talk about the EJ talk, y'all see that just blew me right off it right away.
I mean,
Nah.
one of the primary reasons why I wasn't like I didn't doubt him because I had no evidence to. But my thing is when he started talking about the technical aspects of boxing, I was like, oh, okay, so maybe you might be a good personal trainer, but as far as boxing, I was like,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He lost me when
And
he said that
and
Sean Porter versus Crawford was fake.
and,
nah,
and, and here goes something else too. Everything we heard in this was about a nutritionist. It was not about a strength and conditioning coach. Earl Spence said he had a nutritionist.
Christian is
He
yeah,
didn't say a strength and condition. He did this, and that's what I've been saying the whole time. If guys get closer to their weight, and if they put in the work, that's more important than like I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying the pulling on them ropes, what I'm saying, don't mean nothing. I ain't saying if a guy have you out there doing the football, up downs, that ain't gonna help you. But bro, it had nothing to do with them body shots that he was ripping to Ugas.
And
You know what I'm
also,
saying?
and also the fans helped out a lot. You could tell that Errol was mad. You could tell that he was really upset about what the fans had said about the knockouts, about
Yep.
people talking about the shag and stuff like that. So y'all honestly fucked around and did that to Ugas because sometimes a lot of fans, especially when you repeat the same bullshit for years, it starts to affect fighters personally. It's like, okay, y'all think I'm done yet again. Y'all saying I dug Pacquiao. Y'all saying I can't punch no more. Let me show you what it really is, and come out here and whoop some ass. And then after
Now
all,
You funny, Jason.
imagine the Pacquiao that fought Yugas against the Errol Spence that fought
oh
Yugas.
hell no.
He
Oh
would have.
my fucking
Hey,
god,
hey, look. This
bro!
is where
Slaughtered.
Art man. I believe in a higher calling
Yeah,
because
Yeah,
Manny
Pacquiao
Pacquiao
was
is a
there.
man of faith. And let's be honest, it might have been a ring injury at his age to take that type of beating. If Earl Spence had been beating on his stomach and his ribs and his eye, you come on, man.
And Pacquiao, not only that, but Pacquiao is people can say what they want about him. He's a little ass dude. And and,
Yeah,
and the
that been
reality,
through a lot of wars.
yeah, and the reality of his situation is he was probably sitting at the house after this fight, like, damn, Al Heyman was really about to sacrifice my ass. He was really
What?
about to sacrifice me for my last fight.
well,
He was
well,
really
he was
about
about
to
to
do
get
that.
paid handsomely for it too.
But
Now,
it was gonna be Jakey's bread because, bro, you wouldn't have walked up out of that. That would have been horrible. You might have been in a coma or some shit.
exactly, man.
Yeah, I know. I know Pacquiao. Like, well, thank God that happened because Al Haymon was really setting me up.
said
He
said
was
said
setting me
no.
up.
Hold on, Cozy said no amount of salt water would have healed the injury.
No, no, bro. They be they,
said Manny Pacquiao is Aquaman,
no,
huh?
they would have had memorials and the 21 gun salute for that
Because
motherfucker.
Yugas had that man out there sipping that goddamn.
and hold up.
He had that motherfucking. His wife was feeding him cream of wheat
And,
through a
and,
spoon.
and look, and here goes something else too. Art man, I'm about to Jason. You done called it. I'm about to start some trouble because I'm about to say something.
Oh
Shit, this is the Art
God.
Man channel. Say what the hell you
Hey,
want to say.
Oh
hey,
God.
man, Art man, look, man, Ugas trainer, garbage, straight hot
Oh
garbage, man.
no.
This man came back in the corner after Earl Spence beating him up,
Oh
and he
my
said, "You looking good." That's what that man said in like round 7 or 8.
Oh
He said,
no.
"You looking good."
Okay, I can't agree with that. I think Ismail Salas is a good trainer, especially what he did with Ugas.
Man,
But the thing
he
is,
is hot garbage. He was out there telling Ugas he looked good when Ugas was getting beat. He even said, and this ain't me making this up, this happened. He said, "You did better." And Ugas said in Spanish, "How?"
I heard that part. I heard
Okay,
that.
come on, man.
But
Hey, look, D-Hive, you my man. You being nice right now.
but
Is
Julius,
Ismail Salas stole money? He's an
Julius,
armed robber, man.
Julius, you fighting Errol Spence Jr. and you got Ugas. What are you supposed to do?
You don't say to your fighter after he almost got killed in a round, "Hey, you look pretty good in that round."
What if you're not gonna throw in the towel? What you supposed to
You
say?
supposed to talk about the towel. Hey,
Oh,
you Dennis, look, we took a beating that round. We got to come out here and do more. If you don't show me something, I'm going to stop it. That's what you say.
like Barry Hunter did with
Like
Lamont
Barry Hunter.
Peterson. Okay.
Exactly.
But
Or,
now
or
the
yeah.
question for you guys: Who did better, Peterson or Yugas?
Oh, definitely Peterson. Peterson kept his fucking hands up. Ugas was in there getting boxed.
Ugas did better to me
Oh,
because the reason I say that is because Ugas had more moments than Lamont. Ugas had moments in rounds because he did little subtle things. You know what I'm saying? Like every once in a while, out of the blues, he would counter Earl. He hurt Earl. He hit him with an uppercut. He caught him with an overhand right. So for that, he did more. But he took a worse beating.
the only reason I said Lamont is because Lamont had the sense to get on his bicycle when Errol Spence would close the distance on the ropes with uppercuts. Ugas sat there like he was really gonna take this shit.
You
And I'm just
you
like,
you
wow.
know why
Now,
Ugas
if y'all
couldn't
go back,
move? Them
if
body
y'all go
shots.
back, if y'all go back to the videos where we were talking about this, My
Mm-hmm.
prediction, I told y'all, I said it was going to be just like the Lamont Peterson fight where
You
he
said that.
shells up after trying to exchange with him. And he's
Right.
going to get a worse beating because he's going to try to throw more punches than Lamont Peterson.
You did
I
say that.
said that on the
When
Yeah.
he
channel.
tried to counter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He was trying.
Because
Lamont was trying to be aggressive, and Ugas was trying to counter.
I gave Ugas
Fact.
too much credit. I thought he would actually box smarter, and I was like, oh, so you really did stick to that retarded shit you put on Twitter. Okay, cool.
I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. And people might say, oh, no, Art Man, you tripping. But the Errol who just fought Yukas, I think he beats Boots too. Fighting
Uh,
like
I,
that.
I I I think
That's a
so
bit
too, and
different.
I'm gonna tell you why, man. Uh,
That
those
young boy ain't
guys.
ready.
Yeah, those where he ready, he's ready. He might just get knocked out. And the reason I say that is because when you fight Earl Spence fight, I told y'all, man, that jab, like that eye, when Earl Spence got a heavy, hard jab, that's what do it to the eye. And look, when we preview it, I'm gonna go on here and go on record today. He's going to stop Terrence Crawford.
Crawford.
It's
Oh,
gonna be a classic fight.
uh,
It's gonna be a classic fight, but it's
Mm,
gonna it's gonna be
mm.
one where Terrence Crawford is never gonna be the same. When Earl Spence start beating on you with that hard jab and that body, once he beat that body, you can't move, man.
Earl work rate
and
is crazy. When dudes
Yes.
Yugas was trying to he was waiting for Errol to get off and to try to counter. You know what I'm saying? But Errol was just like, hell no, nigga. I got this jab, I got this left, I got this right. Shit,
Mhm.
I got this left again.
and
Fuck it. You
also
keeping it open, I'm gonna throw that left again.
Derek James started coaching that uppercut again. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, for some reason he just left him and Jermell would leave their uppercuts at home. This fight, he brought all the uppercuts back, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. And I agree with you, Jason, and I agree with you, Cozy, and what you just said, D Hive. But I'm telling you, man, Earl Spence is a hard guy to fight. And the best way to fight Earl Spence to me is to do some lateral movement, you know what I'm saying? And just try to box from the outside and keep him off him, you know what I'm saying, to the best of your ability. But I feel your extreme willpower, but I just
That's
the
true,
only
Jason.
part that worries me is this is that Bud is a slow starter. And I don't think that a guy that's a slow starter is gonna be able to beat Earl Spence because if he can win some rounds and also do some damage to your body and your eye, it ain't no way you're gonna win.
I was trying to explain that to Bud fans. I was like, Errol Spence has never been in a situation in which he needed a knockout. The only questionable fight was the Kell Brook fight, and that's because that took place overseas. I said, what are y'all gonna do when Bud is in a situation where he needs to knock out Errol Spence Jr. and Errol Spence Jr. has barely been hurt? What's Bud gonna do? He's gonna run in and he's gonna get beat up and he's gonna have to engage in a shootout and pray to God that he not that he lands something that knocks Errol out or down.
I think they both gonna hit the floor. I just think that it's gonna be a brutal fight. And I also we gotta touch on this. And again, Jason gonna say it. I'm gonna start some trouble again.
Oh
When
damn.
I see Terrence Crawford, man,
Oh.
going over there to Victor Conti. There you go again. Bud Crawford is my man. He done made it this far without dealing with snack.
No,
He gonna go to a
he did
straight,
snack for Porter.
huh?
He did snack for Porter.
Okay, so he did snack one time. How did he look better in that Porter fight?
I'm not gonna lie, he
Because the round 9 or 10, Big Mac or Burger Mac was
oh
saying, I think you're behind. So it wasn't like he went out there and blew Sean Porter out.
nah, the Ugas stoppage was definitely more justified than
I
the
man,
Porter
you
stoppage.
see what Bud, but I'm thinking because what Bud said. Bud was like, man, I'm getting older, and these training camps is not what it
Tough.
used to be.
Absolutely. But going to a steroid user, unless he's gonna give you steroids, he's gonna do nothing to help. Man, look, Art man, D Hive, everybody listening, man, I'm just getting it out there, bro. Just because you go in the chamber and you sit in 20 below machine is not gonna make you win a fight. You 35 years old.
Niggas need to start
You
chasing
need to do
chickens again.
smart. Right. You need to do smart training, bro.
That's
When
just
you
like
get 35, you
Hey
need
niggas,
smart, not
hey
harder.
niggas need to start chasing chickens again, cuz
Chase
and
chicken.
chopping wood
hey,
and
Absolutely.
did y'all see
real
It's the
Boots?
shit.
same difference.
Did y'all see Boots in the gym though? He actually brought in a real life tree trunk and an axe to the gym, and he chops
Yeah.
wood. I'm like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking
What?
about.
Hey, because that's the all you doing is trying to work your body out. Those guys putting on machine, it is just a scam, man. White people really know how to scam niggas out of money. They put a mask over his face, put him on an exercise bike, and he's just sit up there and they say, "Man, you working?"
And
And
he
he
started
working
using
up
all
a
these big
sweat.
words and shit.
Yeah, use all man. The hyper electro skimming in your stomach is getting worked to the 6th degree, and you know how we think when Mister Charlie talk like that. Oh boy, he really saying
Ooh,
something.
ooh, I like that.
Woohoo, that's some good words
see,
there.
see, you see,
Man,
you
come
know,
on, man.
you know. Now, when you wear this respiratory mask, it really helps with your heart. It electrocutes it. You know, kind of. It's like you're getting an
Right,
electrocardiogram.
Nah, but
But
right.
then with you know some bullshit like nigga, shut the fuck up.
extreme willpower, extreme willpower. That's cap.
I see that, Tay. You
Bud did
said the
not.
N is in it. I
I
feel the
see
same
that
way.
too. I see that too. And you know
Bud
what? I
White
never
think
ice
they.
stopped
I think they
cold
working
just
out with
use
us,
it.
facts.
bro.
I think they just use it for like the performance, like the facility. I don't think it's more of like, oh, I'm taking supplements from you guys.
That's what I
Right.
said. I said honestly, the only reason why they even use it is because the facility has a lot of machines and equipment that they don't have at regular places. Like you have to travel to all kinds of different locations for like saunas and
They don't got
specialized
a
hot tubs.
hyperbolic chamber in the fucking Omaha.
Yeah, exactly. So you just go there, you use all the tools, and then you come back. Like
Bro,
they
he
have to
could
go to
get.
like 5 different places.
Hey, look, man. No disrespect. He's in Omaha, Nebraska, right?
Right.
It's a college, a big time college that is called Creighton University.
But
He could go right there.
they
They
got the
got
football
everything
team though.
snack got and more, man.
But the football team and all the athletics, they be hogging that shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if Earl Spence come to your facility and say, "Hey, I want to use this for 8 weeks," they'll figure out a time when there's no basketball, football. Like right now, nobody's doing nothing.
You got a
So
point, brother Julius.
he could go
But
right
you
in
know
there
that's
and
not that's
train.
probably not his objective. They don't see things the way we see it. They're like
I
probably
see they
like
don't.
they
I'm
probably like,
per-
well shit, this is something that I've seen other boxers do, so I might as well, see join the team.
I'm personally glad that Haney is getting that sparring experience though. I like that.
I hope he's getting sparring experience with
I
him.
like
That's
that.
Well,
Because
it's good as long as it's
Shakur said,
controlled.
yeah, Shakur said he was sparring Bud as well. So I like the
Right,
fact that they're all getting like Keyshawn, Shakur, Haney. I like the fact
right.
that they're all getting that sparring experience because their next opponent is gonna be some
But
bullshit.
but
Like,
bro, as long as it's controlled sparring, because you don't need Bud Crawford in there beating up on any of them guys.
no,
You
of
know what
course
I'm
not. He's
saying?
not gonna beat up on little ass Shakur.
Hey, they went hard a couple times.
No, he wouldn't hurt him. But I like to think Bud knows what he's doing. He's not gonna press Shakur like horribly.
what if they start pressing Bud?
He Bud gonna push back,
Yeah,
but that's
I
his
don't.
personality.
I don't think
Yeah,
they're.
that's what I'm saying. Like this little nigga, who this little nigga think he is?
I don't think they're that stupid. I don't think. I don't think they
Niggas
were
get
really.
fucked up before they fight.
Yeah, exactly. I
It's
don't.
happened before, man.
I don't think they would let off on Buzz super hard to the point where he gets upset. Because then he gonna pull out the old gangster in him. Like when he tried to raise up on
Mm.
Kenny Porter, he gonna start really cracking people.
And NJP, I agree. Snack supplements are just Kool-Aid. Why you can't go to the GNC?
Probably because they don't have a sponsorship deal where they actually have to pay GNC.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying
They
they're
probably
gonna
have to
go
pay
to a guy, but then people had something to say because Victor Conte had something to say because Ugas was using memo, but yet he's been outside of the guy from Russia or the German doctor. Victor Conte is the greatest, or excuse me, the most notorious steroid drug seller in the history of American sports. Victor Conte, all different sports, and he was literally injecting people. He was giving grown men, shots in the butt. in his office. He admitted it. That they will pull their pants down. He will give them a shot. And this is who these guys, Devin, all these guys go by, and all they want to say is, well, he ain't gonna give me nothing. You don't know what's in those supplements. You
Like I said,
don't know.
I don't think that they're legitimately eating because snack they sell like peanuts and protein powder and like a bunch of garbage. So I don't think that they're really eating or drinking whatever's there. Like I said, I think they're just using the facility.
They using the. I believe that they're using those supplements. I believe that they're using some of those supplements, and they're getting in those chambers. We know that.
I
You know what I'm
remember,
saying?
I remember, I was watching the Mikey Garcia training for Earl Spence,
At snack, right?
and I swear I was on Snack website with a whole cart full of shit. I said, man, I swear to God, if Mikey Garcia beat Errol Spence, I'm buying all this shit. As soon as he fucking lost, I said, wait, nigga, thank God. Click,
Did you see
exit.
Mikey body? Did you see his body for that fight?
He looked
Nah,
like
You
a
know what I'm
kangaroo.
saying?
I mean, he didn't look no different in the ring. I mean, when it comes to body type, he didn't look any different, and he didn't look like he got abs or none of that shit.
nah,
Nothing,
but
nothing.
snack
He
is
looked
not
like crap.
snack is not a training protocol. It's just like I said, it's just
The only fighter I really seen like I can really tell like
Yeah,
they
they
look
get
really
paid,
good.
Jay.
yeah, it's a
Was
sponsorship.
Sean Porter training with Snack during the Errol Spence fight?
I don't think so.
I think he was with my man from UNLV.
Just okay, because
Yeah.
that I feel like that routine he was doing had him in
Who
great shape. Like I feel
look
like he did 15 rounds.
who's an actual track and field coach. So you know what I'm saying? That he trained uh what's my man? The quitter.
Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant.
Oh
And
damn.
Caleb Plant
Oh
wife,
shit.
and I told y'all Caleb Plant wife was stomping Caleb to death out there running. She was literally running laps around him.
Are you
You know what I'm
serious?
saying? So that showed me something about his athleticism because I heard people say that he got athleticism. Like
I
people, let's
I'm gonna
stop
keep it a
throwing
hundred.
stuff
I'm gonna
out
keep
there.
it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. I did say that after I don't know certain fight when he went and fought what's his name Caleb Truex,
Mm-hmm.
his whole body frame he didn't look like that young early 20 you know what I'm saying athlete. He looked like a damn near middle aged white man.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something,
That's
man.
what it looked
That,
like. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
keep it a
tell,
hundred.
I'm gonna tell you, man. The guy ain't never been a great athlete. He's just a good boxer.
I
A
I didn't.
great athlete is something different. Like people was talking about his athleticism, but if he had athleticism like that, the ease that his wife was beating him. Now she was a track runner in her day, and I'm not saying that. Yeah, right. You're right, Cozy. But it's still a difference. It was the difference. Like if you look at Javante Davis, he's a good athlete, a real good athlete. Like I don't even know if his wife could beat him. It's just they were just jogging. It wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, where they were sprinting, but at the same time, she was levels above him as an athlete. So to me, he's basic.
Damn, I didn't know she was out there laughing his ass though.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. And then, like I said, after all that great athleticism and the great heart he got, he asked Canelo in the ring, "Hey, how am I doing?"
I ain't like that shit. At first, I ain't gonna lie. I seen like a clip of it.
Oh,
Like when I was at work, I thought he was saying like talking shit in the ring, and then I played the audio after work. Man, I deleted that post so damn quick. I said, "What the fuck? You was telling this nigga what? What?" I thought he was in there talking shit like, "Yeah, nigga, you on your pants or some shit."
Man, all I'm saying, bro, we're gonna have to start telling these people the truth, man. We're gonna have to just start just truth telling on these
Me
people,
too.
man.
And you know, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't be trying to kiss ass to get interviews or whatever,
Right.
and be like, "Yeah, I really admire your work, bro." Nah, nigga, I'm gonna keep it 100. Everything I said online, I really mean that shit. So I don't want to be
Right.
like I don't want to be like the dude that come off as fake because it's like it is what it is, dude. Like the shit with Andre when he came on the show or he was
Mhm.
about to come on the show, I said, man, you niggas are fake as fuck
And
because
they
I
would.
was arguing
Mhm.
all you motherfuckers down about how
Mhm.
Andre deserves a Canelo fight, and y'all laughed at me and laughed at him.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
said, hold on, the video of Canelo talking about some get the fuck out of here, keep yelling at Andre, and all you niggas shared that shit. What
Mhm.
y'all talking about?
These dudes,
Oh no, I don't remember that.
it's
Not at
it's
all.
so funny because these dudes had no energy. Had the thing is, even if they weren't openly talking shit about Andre, which they were, they had no energy for Eddie Hearn's behavior, for Canelo's behavior, and for pressing for him to get the fight. They were just like, oh, it is what it is. Canelo does what he wants because he's the goat. Da, 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 da. He's the cash cow. They were repeating all that weak shit. But then as soon as he getting ready to come on, oh, we've always supported and die hard and like I'm like, all right, people, all right, whatever.
Mhm. The only person I saw that really went in asking a series of questions was MVO. Uh, so yeah, but man, I'm telling you though, bro, we just gotta
And they
just
like
tell these guys the truth, man.
and they
Cause
like
look,
to they
I
like to
seen
talk.
Bud Crawford do an interview on the Breakfast Club, and my fellow Carolina brethren told him straight up, man, I got Earl Spence knocking you out.
Damn,
Charlemagne the God said this. He said, I respect you, you good, but Earl Spence gonna stop you. And he said, great, I'm glad you feel that way. This is what Bud said. He said, because I'm gonna be coming to see you after I knock him out. So, fighters
I like that
respect
type
you
of talk
more when
though.
you
I love that.
and
You
all
yeah,
these
gotta.
dudes,
I love that. Be like, all right. Well, thank you, bitch ass nigga. That makes me feel like even more confident to go in here and whoop this nigga's ass.
exactly. That's
right.
that's good energy. They always be talking about,
I love that
oh,
shit.
they always be talking about, oh,
Facts,
you
I
NJP.
wouldn't.
you
He
I
one
man, I
of them.
love that shit. I wouldn't want nobody kissing my ass, telling me to keep it 100.
yeah,
I'm
but
like, yeah,
Right.
I like that.
But then
Let's go.
all these dudes will come in and be like, you would never say none of that to Bud Face. Well, y'all would never say any of the shit y'all say to Spence Face. So what are we doing?
Y'all wouldn't
Right.
even say it to my face.
Right.
Right.
It's like so what are
No,
we
they'll
doing?
take a picture of you walking.
You
But
know what
I
I'm saying? Yeah,
but
Yeah,
like,
they'll
hey,
bro, what?
yeah,
but
they'll talk a
but
bunch of
I
shit.
I would tell y'all the truth. I respect Earl Spence, and I've said that Earl Spence would knock out Jamel Charlo. He would go right up there to 54 if they fought 6 weeks from now. Give him a six week camp, even with Snack, and Bud Crawford will be the undisputed 154-pound champion. He would knock Charlo out.
Shit, the way
He
Charlo
would
talking,
beat him up and stop him.
I'm inclined to believe you. That motherfucker don't seem to want no smoke with either one. He like, oh, cause cause EJ, when EJ got asked about the fight, he said, oh hell yeah, for the right amount of bread. And then when Charlo got asked about the fight, he's like, oh
I
no,
ain't gonna lie, that type of shit had me looking at the homie look different in the camp.
yeah, I'm like, damn. So Charlo must have
But
saw some shit
but
out of Errol Spence that we haven't seen,
I've
but
been booking my
boxing ain't a
sessions with.
team sport.
right?
Yeah,
And
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be tearing Derek James. We gonna have to do it. If we
It's
fight,
happened
who
before.
corner you gonna be in? Matter of
Yeah, he
fact,
gonna be in Earl Spence corner. And
yeah,
and look, hey, and
yeah,
here's the thing. This thing has happened so much. You know what I'm saying?
that's
And
fucked up.
and hey, Cozy, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot on your man
Nah,
Big
that's not
Mac.
fair. I don't care. That's not fair. That's not fair.
I'm
That's
gonna
not
go
fair.
on and shoot on Big Mac or Burning Mac,
Hold on, hold
whatever
on.
you want to call it.
Before you get on that, let's talk about that. Earl Spence versus Charlo.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Earl Spence beat
I don't think that's
Charlo.
fair if Derek James goes to Errol Spence corner because
Why?
Why?
he can literally point out shit like, yeah, he fights like he can, yeah,
But
I
that
see him.
happens all the
He
time,
does
though,
this.
Art.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
could do the same. Look at Andre Rozier and Danny
Mm-hmm.
Jacobson Danny Jacobson and Deverenchenko. When
Right.
Deverenchenko fought Charlo, Andre Rozier was in Deverenchenko's corner.
And
But when Deverenchenko fought Jacobs, Andre Rozier was in Jacobs' corner.
And what they did was the assistant trainer for Rozier fought was in Devinchenko.
Yeah, and my
So
thing
yeah.
and my thing is though is
So
that
that would
Who's the
hold on a second.
assistant
So
trainer
that
for
would
Charlo
be
in
Derek
Derek
James'
James?
brother.
oh well shit we don't know. But my thing is even without all the trainer talk, my thing is Charlo didn't even the energy didn't even sound good. Like when someone asked him about the fight, as opposed to be like, "Oh yeah, for the right amount of bread," he was like, "Oh, that's my brother," and I'm like, "Oh hell no, that's nah." That means as
I just
far as
did all these videos about how Earl Spence is the shit, and now this nigga talk about he'll whoop my ass too.
right,
Fuck that nigga.
exactly. That to me that says that Errol Spence put the heaters on your ass in sparring, and you don't want that for real. That's
Yeah,
what that's what that tells me.
exactly, Cozy. Um he would beat Charlo with a jab. Now Charlo would have moments because he'll land a right hand every once in a
Charlo
while.
got
But,
power though. He'll fuck
but
around and
he got
change the whole
he
fight
got
though if he crack
I,
Earl's shit.
yeah, I'm gonna say I think his power is okay. I don't think that he got concussive power. He don't have no Felix Trinidad or no kind of Deontay Wilder where
I mean,
every
the way
time
he
he
put
touch
out
you.
Coda was like, I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
but
Nuts.
Coda's a lower level fighter though.
Right, yeah. And not to mention, did y'all see the way
Even
Errol Spence?
Hadley, like that shit was a good fucking knockout.
But not to mention, did y'all see the way Errol Spence was catching Ugas' right hand? Like after
Right.
Errol Spence,
Carrying, yeah.
yeah, because after he he kind of hit it once and he kind of lowered his hand and he kind of hit him in the shoulder. Errol Spence just started timing the double jab right hand. And then eventually Ugas got to the point where he wasn't landing shit.
And a NJP at 54 and 60, he had power. Deontay Power, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Charlo don't have that kind of power, and it's gonna take a guy with real legitimate power to discourage Earl Spence. You're gonna have to do more than just be able to punch. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
yeah, and you're right, Cozy. Charlo IQ, ring IQ, is not on the level of Spence. Spence will carry him
Do
fast
y'all feel like that
and
it's that
stop him.
way because of the Castano fight?
No, I
Because I
feel
feel
that
like if it
way
was before the
because of
Castano
the
fight,
John what's my man last name? John Jackson fight. Go back and watch John Jackson. John Jackson was a garbage fighter. And John Jackson won the first 5 rounds against Charlo. And Charlo got a come from behind knockout win in that fight, where he had got outboxed by a guy that can't outbox nobody, really.
well,
So that
honestly,
showed me, that fight showed me that Jamil Charlo is a good fighter, but he ain't a special fighter.
to me, what brought it on to me because those, he was a little younger back then, less experienced. To me, both the Tony Harrison fights. I'm like, bro, if Tony Harrison had a better chin, he probably get you up out of there, bro. Like the way Tony Harrison was getting off on his ass, man. I was like, oh man. Because the thing is,
he has a real come forward style.
but the thing
Like,
is that when y'all talk about Errol Spence's jab, what else was Tony Harrison using on Charlo aside from jab to keep him on lockdown? He
Bro,
locked
that's
it.
all. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. In this era, the way that the trainers train and be fooling people, to be honest, all you need to beat the majority of fighters is a jab now. That's all you need
but your
because
jab
the
gotta have.
trainer can't
I
give
can't
you
just say the
adjustments.
jab. Your jab gotta have some pop because I see niggas hit niggas with jabs and that shit. A nigga walk right through that shit.
But here's the thing though. Earl Spence got a power jab, that's a hard jab, and he consistent with the jab, and he got good distance and timing. So he know how to keep you at the end of that jab, and he busy.
Yeah,
That's another thing. He real busy. And
y'all
I'm
can't
telling you,
confuse. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, and Ishmael Salas to get back on that fight is a garbage trainer because the reason I say this, D Hive, is because you supposed to be able, even if it doesn't work, you supposed to give a plan A and B. It's just like the training that you have for your job. If something go wrong, you supposed to have training to be able to say, okay, I got to do this. Salas never gave the man any instructions on what else to do. Just facts.
No,
Maybe he had a bad night.
I agree in that particular situation, but also another thing is that I can tell that when making this analysis, a lot of people probably get the brothers confused. Jamel Charlo is not Jamal Charlo.
Facts.
Jamal Charlo will probably knock Buzz smooth the fuck out and give Spence a hell of a fight that Spence might win, but it's also different. But Jamel is not Jamal. Big
Mhm.
Charlo is a whole different kind of animal. So when
Yeah.
you're thinking about a jab, you got to think about Jamel's jab and not Big Charlo.
Yeah, Jamal got one of the hardest jabs in boxing, but his issue is he don't want to move his feet.
Yeah,
So if you turn Jamal Charlo, you can beat Jamal Charlo. Now,
yeah.
if you, huh?
No, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Jamal, Big Charlo's more like a tank. So
Yeah,
Earl Spence and Bud wouldn't just rush Big Charlo because they might
no,
fuck.
they would boxing from the outside,
Yeah, because
but
they
they'll
might.
have success.
Yeah,
But
they might
he'll
mess Bud
knock
up.
he'll knock Bud out in about 5 rounds. But
That's
he might be getting beat up before he knock him out.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. I was gonna say Big Charlo is more like a tank, so they wouldn't just rush in on Big Charlo because they might fuck around and get smoked. Whereas Lil Charlo's a different animal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, man. Now I can yeah, Ronnie Shields style. Okay, I can go ahead and shoot on your man Mac.
Oh shit, you got
When Spence fights, when Spence fights Bud, he's gonna be at a disadvantage before the fight starts.
who?
Bud is gonna be at a disadvantage
Oh,
because his trainer is not gonna be able to do nothing.
okay.
He's gonna be along the same lines of Ishmael Salas. He gonna be Bud. Come on, Bud. You did all right that round when the man I would be shutting. He gonna be out there by himself, man. He winning in spite
Bud do be
of him.
swelling up though.
Yeah, in that you know why? The same punch that Earl Spence gonna beat him with that
The
I've been
jab.
saying the jab. Kell Brook had the eye closed.
Nah, Kel Brook was just all Kel Brook was just shooting it straight down the middle, and it was I don't know. I'm like, bro, you got head movement. What are you doing?
What? Let me ask you.
Hell,
If
Brooklyn
he
got
got
no head
that
move.
great trainer, why he couldn't get out in the way of a jab? Because when Ugas jabbed Earl
Cause
Spence,
I feel like
Earl
Bud just
parried
really
it.
just controlling. Bud just really doing what the fuck he doing. He know how to fight already.
Man,
You know,
damn.
I don't feel like it's nothing really the trainer can really tell Bud. I feel like Bud is really like one of
Man,
those fighters who already know how to fight now. Like he's so
Big Mac
far into his
can't
career,
train, man.
he know what he's
Man,
doing.
They
damn
were in
all
the gym together at the same time. That guy can't train, man.
damn all that. I want to know why was Green Beans able to put so much work in?
Well, again, Bud Crawford is a great fighter in spite of trainers. Sometimes I don't care who you are, you need coaching. Michael Jordan didn't win championships till he got Scottie Pippen and coaching. He got the right coach. So Bud may make adjustments like Extreme Willpower said and beat guys, but at the same time, I don't care who you are, it's gonna be that one night where you're gonna need some coaching. Like somebody gonna have to technically tell you, look, man, every time you rush in, this guy do this to you. So we're gonna have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
One of
And Bomac ain't gonna be able to do it. I can see Bomac in the corner with tears in his eyes if Bud getting beat up, man.
one of the things that I've noticed is that I will say this: a lot of people, and this has been the case with Bud's entire career. A lot of people are relying solely on the visuals to assess Bud, even though they can easily point out pockets in which Errol Spence seems to struggle, but they can't do it with Bud. Now I will say this. Bud, much like Canelo Alvarez, is a very flashy fighter. He looks faster. He looks stronger because of who he's fighting. And Errol Spence looks, with all due respect, very basic. But again, so did Marvin Hagler, and that didn't stop Marvin from whooping people's asses. Now, Marvin Hagler, he looked slow. He looked like he had a low ring IQ. He looked like he couldn't move his feet. He looked like he didn't really punch as fast or punch as hard. And yet again, 62 some wins, 53 of them by knockout, only 3 losses. Y'all keep
Mhm.
thinking some shit is sweet and you're getting your favorite fighters beat
They
up.
think everybody gotta look like Boots Ennis.
Right. Yeah, exactly. There
or
Terrence
or
Crawford.
Floyd Mayweather with the
Yeah.
shoulder roll and the popping. But I will say this about guys like Marvin Hagler, who Bud Crawford fight a little bit alike. Fight like Marvin Hagler a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With the switch hidden and the type of punches that they land, they look like, to be honest, that's a great comparison for Bud is Marvin Hagler. They fight a lot alike, or Junior Witter. But my thing is this right here too, to add on to what you were saying, D Hive. to me, these guys, man, perfect a style. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, you right, they can't be taught anything. But what you could do is you can remind them. So if you can't remind these guys of anything, that meant you taught them nothing.
I will say this though. I will say this to an extreme willpower in the chat gonna like this. All those moments where Spence was reaching over his toes trying to land big hooks on Ugas, he cannot do that with Terrence Crawford. He can't. Those those
Two reasons why it won't happen.
those counter uppercuts that Ugas was missing, Bud ain't gonna miss those.
I'm gonna tell you why he was over punching. Number one, because of the layoff. That was the layoff. That was the layoff. That's why he do that. But he done that a little bit in the Danny Garcia fight too. But he be trying to gain a rhythm. And also, you know what I'm saying? Earl take more chances as the fight go on. When he feel that he's hurt you, he take more chances. So he
That he
reach.
could take your punch.
Yeah, he feel he can take your punch. He reaches and he do more. And also, I told you, man, any fighter that's trying to stop you or knock you out is open for counters. I don't care who you are. You could be Deontay Wilder, you could be Bud Crawford, you could be all these guys. Because I see something that Bud do. Bud sometimes punches with his head up in the air. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, man. So because he's trying to get you out of there. So a lot of guys, but you're right.
Let's talk about
Earl reach.
When
what is
Bud,
Errol Spence's flaws that you
Reaching,
feel like that
well,
Bud can capitalize in.
reaching.
well, it's
Exactly what
very.
he just said, reaching.
Well, I
And
think
what I mean by that is over punching. Or he'll fall in, like you say, he'll fall in a lot of times. And his balance was a little off in this fight.
I
Because
think
it
it's
wasn't no
also.
perfect fight.
I think
His
it's also
balance was off.
because. I think it's also because he knows Ugas can't punch for shit.
Yeah, and he was taking more chances.
Yeah, Ugas
And I
can't punch.
also think that he wasn't sharp until like the eighth round. So the ring rust.
I say it to
You
the
know what I'm
fifth
saying?
round because the fifth
You
round,
think
I
fifth?
swear, man, I study a lot of Errol when he hits that bag. That fifth round, everything he was doing in that media week workout with the bag, he did it on Yugas.
That's fast.
Perfect.
Yeah,
He was
you right.
Literally.
he was
Yeah.
lighting
Literally.
Ugas, he was lighting Ugas the fuck up. I was
Uh,
like,
I'm
damn,
telling
bro.
you, like, go watch the media
You
workout when he
right.
hit the bag and go look at that fifth round. He did
But that's why
everything he did on the bag.
but you what you just said tells you that Derek James can coach because he been having him since he was what 15, right?
Yeah,
16 years old.
Yeah,
And he fights exactly how he trains. And when
that's true.
whoever taught you how to box, Art Man, right?
Yeah,
The person that taught you how to box taught you how to punch the heavy bag. He
yeah.
had to. He taught you how to shadow box, right?
Dad
And
told me to keep after every punch, after every combination, go back up with that jab.
and
And I see that's
everything
what
that he
Errol Spence
teaches you,
does too.
right? And everything that he teaches you, he teach you to do the exact same thing if you get in that ring and spar. So it ain't nothing different. It never should look different in the way you shadow box, hit the heavy bag, and spar.
I'm gonna say
Yes,
this.
Bomac is a great cheerleader.
I'm gonna say
You
this.
say Bud doesn't need a coach. The streets were his coach.
Oh
No, I
Lord,
believe that Bud had a great coach. Whoever Bud coach was in the beginning, when Bomac was in the gym trying to get his career going, whoever that guy was a great trainer because he didn't take away from Bud when Bud wanted to turn over and do switch hitting. He made it a weapon for him that helps him. But in this particular fight, see, I agree with a lot of things you're saying, but the thing is extreme willpower. This the one fight where Earl won't be able to fight out of the southpaw stance.
you mean Bud?
Bud won't be able to fight out of the southpaw stance because Earl gonna beat him up in that stance. He gonna have to be
I posted
orthodox
on
in this
Twitter
fight.
today. I said if Bud fights Errol in the southpaw stance, he's basically giving it to Errol. That's what I said. Because
It's
I feel like Arrow's a better southpaw than him.
it's a bad situation because Errol is used to fighting orthodox fighters, and he's also good with fighting southpaws. So it's a bad situation. I personally think that going orthodox is I agree, going orthodox is his best chance, specifically so you can try to land the looping right. But outside of that, shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say this, Bud fans. Let me tell you, if at any point in the fight Bud's feet stop moving, pack up your families. The money you just bet is gone. The bookies, the bookies are gonna come for that ass because I'm telling you, I had Earl Spence winning by a unanimous decision, right? The moment I noticed Ugas' feet stopped moving in the fifth, I was like, oh shit. I said, oh no, Ugas ain't about to make it out of here. And then, because I'm telling you, when once the feet locked up, because the body work, I was like, oh hell no,
look at
Ugas
it.
the
Look
fight.
at look at what Cozy said. Bomac told Jamal Herring when Shakur was beating him up. You gotta push that ML back. Hey, look, man. Hey, bro,
Hey,
I'ma stick to it. If Earl Spence start beating up, Bud in this fight, Bomac gonna start crying in the corner. He gonna have tears in his eyes and he gonna throw the towel in.
in
And Bud
Oh
gonna beat him
shit.
up. Let me
in
tell you this.
in
Now,
Big
this is
Mac's
the part I
defense.
love about Bud. Bud Crawford is not going to quit. And if you throw the towel in, he's going to fight you. It ain't no doubt about it. He gonna beat you up after the fight. So it ain't gonna be no towel getting thrown in. None of that. You know what I'm saying? So if Bomac do it, he gonna beat the brakes off him. So, this I'm telling y'all, man, this is a fight where Bud could win by knockout or he could take a very bad beating.
In Big Mac's defense, for that specific
I
situation,
love Bud, no Arsenal. I just said that all I'm talking about right now, no Arsenal, is not Bud. I said that Bomac is not a good trainer. That's what I said.
yeah,
Nothing against Bud. I
and
said
what
that Bud could win this fight by knockout, or he could start getting, you know what I'm saying, or he could take a beating because he have trouble with guys that jab, and his eyes have been swelling, and that what happens when you get older.
and,
Your eyes and stuff swell, and it closes.
and what you mean, you guys? Only Julius just
Yeah,
talking
what
right
do
now.
you? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
guys.
and also let me say this, Cozy Rito, for that specific set of circumstances, Jamel Herring versus Shakur Stevenson. In Big Mac's defense, that was actually good advice because Shakur Stevenson's hand speed and foot movement was so fast and so far superior, you couldn't do anything but put him in a headlock, try to punch him, and back him up towards the ropes. And keep in mind, that's the only round where Jamel Herring had any real success. Outside of that, it was straight child abuse. So that's not a good example, but I understand what you're trying to say.
That child abuse. Yeah,
Yeah, but that was the only he was basically saying you have to get aggressive, use veteran tactics, rough him up, put him in the headlock, and try to get some body work in
but
while turning him. And that's the only round where Jamel Herring had any real success. Outside of that, it was a wash.
But bro, you don't supposed to wait to give those instructions after you taking a beating. These are things that's supposed to be a part of the game plan before the fight start. And that's the problem that I got. And like I say, I'm gonna talk about Velez or whatever. I'm gonna talk
Salas.
about Solace. I'm gonna talk about him all night. He's a garbage trainer, and he wear those big gigantic shoes and sit up there. And when Ugas was hitting him, he will make it all that noise. Huh, huh, huh. Man, that's a game, man. These guys play that game to get paid. That guy's garbage, man. You can send him back to Cuba. He done made a living out here pimping. That's all he doing, man, pimping.
What's crazy? What was so crazy about the Shakur Stevenson versus Jamel Herring fight? I was just like, Bomac, doesn't Shakur Stevenson like train with y'all? You had like nothing for Jamel, like there was nothing you could advise him to do, like there was just zero. I was like, oh, like come on, man.
And also, where these trainers at where if you don't feel you got a chance in the fight, you don't take the fight? Like for real. Like if you know, man, bad news Cornwell is gonna kill my guy, literally. Why would you take that fight?
Money.
knowing your guy has no chance at all of winning.
I don't think that trainers. I don't think that trainers put that energy out there, saying that you have no opportunity. But boxing is hard. Is definitely hard. So I understand why they would take the fights anyway, because these are big opponents, big money opportunities, and the risk is worth the reward in a lot of cases. Now with the Conwell situation, that was stupid. But like with
Guy lost his life.
yeah, that was dumb. But like with Bud and or Shakur,
Oh yeah, that's good fights.
yeah, that's different.
Yeah, you could have them fight anybody,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, Solis is a garbage trainer, man. Garbage, garbage. I don't even want to hear people talk about him in as far as being a great Cuban mind and all that. That guy garbage, man.
Bro, Julius, you should have been here when one of Art's associates was on here saying that exact stuff. He was like, Ugas is gonna win because Salas is an elite trainer and all this. I was just like,
Straight doo doo, man. You could throw Solace into the garbage can, man. Guy's garbage,
Yeah,
man.
I didn't really hear too much of. I didn't hear too much of his
oh,
corner, so I can't really judge. I didn't hear too much of it.
I
I ain't
Don't
gonna
disagree.
lie.
worry about it. I
I
do the
was good
judging
last
for your
night.
art, man. Guilty. I sentence him to never train again. Garbage, bro.
Oh my god.
Straight garbage. Ishmael Solis, a sorry trainer in any language.
It's just hard to say that definitively because he's fighting Earl Spence Jr.
Garbage. I don't care if you were fighting the Peanut Man. That's sorry training, bro.
No,
It's garbage, man. It's
Is
garbage.
he worse than Lions in the camp?
no, hell no, nah. That's disrespect. Lions in the that dude is. I didn't even
Who's
know.
you talking about? Oh no. You talking about the
Anthony.
dude that's with Anthony Yard?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
dude. I didn't even know he was
No,
real.
no, no. He better than Anthony Yard. But it's the same type of, you know what I'm saying? It's the same game. Some people are better at hiding their deficiencies, you know what I'm saying? But they still be garbage. You
I didn't
know what I
even know that.
mean?
I didn't even know that dude was a real trainer until that video came out.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
I had no
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, he garbage.
Just like Rolly's garbage ass trainer, I had no idea that he was his actual trainer until like they came out on
I thought
camera.
that was just somebody that like Mayweather assigned to him.
Right, exactly. I had no idea he was really a trainer. I was like, oh my god, this dude about to get Rolly murked.
Yeah. And he the guy that told Anthony Yard that they shouldn't do any sparring. It'll save him for the fight and all that good stuff. And that the sparring they're gonna do is with the pads with him. Like if he was doing the pads with like Freddie Roach or somebody, I might say, oh, okay, I can understand that, even though I can't. But come on, man. The dude want Anthony Yard to do the his sparring by hitting the pads with him.
Yeah, that's idiotic because you need the sparring, the threat of actual resistance and head injury coming at you to get you
Yes,
an incentive to operate at 100% while you're in sparring because you don't want to be getting hit still,
facts.
even with the headgear.
Right.
Because a lot of Olympic commissions say the headgear actually provides more damage because people have an incentive not to move as fast. Your head doesn't move as quickly, and people can apply more damage. So people say the headgear actually makes it worse. So you definitely need to have be on your A game in sparring. That's why in the Olympics sometimes they stop wearing headgear.
Right, man. Like I said, man, Silas is garbage.
What you think about tomorrow's fight?
He's still right.
What
Oh,
fight?
fucking White versus Fury.
Interesting fight because I want to see how much Fury got left in the tank after them fights with Deontay Wilder, man.
Man, I hope
So
I hope when they get in there, the ring just fucking explodes on some SWAT team shit. Like,
Hey, you know they got
yeah.
they said they got cocaine dogs in there.
oh my god.
They
Now all of
beefed
a
up the security.
Well, the cocaine dog needs to only be in Fury locker room before and after the fight. Other than that, he should be all right.
You know this Fury last fight.
Well, all of that got something to do with that Daniel Canahan stuff, man. These guys have been paying and money laundering and paying drug dealers, you know what I'm saying, 7 figures. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if that's the case, then after Usyk, win or lose, you know what the only big fight left for AJ is.
Try to get Wilder in the ring.
And go ahead and take the L he was supposed to get years ago.
Yeah, because the first time Wilder land on him, it's over.
Yeah, because AJ has no heart and his chin is trash. He was in there getting beat up on by a fucking cruiserweight. Man, Wilder destroyed AJ. It won't even be real.
Man, I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth, bro. I don't know what to think of Anthony Yard if he's super talented and stuff like that. Um, I'm gonna say that he's just a good fighter, just okay. I don't know about crazy talented because again,
Anthony
you
Yarde's
got
not good.
the guy said he's crazy
he needs
talented.
a better he needs
Yeah,
better
he need
training.
a better trainer so we can get a better judge of him. But I
He's
can,
naturally gifted when it comes to like I would say athleticism and like
yeah,
body
he got
type
it.
or whatever.
He's
Yeah,
just powerful. He's not even
I
that
mean,
athletic because he was gassing out toward the ninth with Kovalev.
yeah, but
So yeah,
that
yeah,
again, that came down to training and just a lot of stuff because he didn't spar
I feel
or
like he had too much
anything during the
muscle in
fight.
that fight. He was big as fuck in that
Yeah,
fight.
Anthony Yarde's the type of dude where I might actually pick Joe Smith Jr. to really get in there and whoop his ass.
That's tough. I don't know about that Joe Smith Jr. who just fought that one dude.
That's what I mean. Anthony Yarde is not good. Like he's not all that. Just like look at when he fought Lyndon Arthur the first time. He got beat with a jab.
That shit was embarrassing. I was like, bro,
Bro,
what
like
the fuck? What
this
is
this
this?
this is the same dude y'all talk about. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, he's not good.
But you see what he when he corrected his wrong in that second fight though.
Yeah, he realized he wasn't a boxer and he just got to jump on people's asses. That's what he corrected. But if you get in there with somebody like Better Beard or even fucking Brand or what he's a light heavy. Yeah, so if he gets in there with like a Better Beard, bro, he's curtains. Like Canelo smoke Anthony Yarde, bro.
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That should have been
No,
somebody he could have targeted.
Yeah,
yeah. Just,
Boatsy, yeah,
look, don't give him any ideas.
yeah, I like Jonathan. I like Jonathan Boatsy. Boatsy will beat Anthony Yarde's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Damn,
working on another masterpiece right here.
Tyson Fury is still out here wearing MGK t-shirts like a dumbass.
I know that shit's wild.
Jason said he rooted for that coon, Dylan White. Oh, Dylan is definitely a coon.
Y'all
You
see how
know,
friendly these niggas was in the press conference?
yeah, yeah.
Weigh-in?
So much, so friendly that Tyson said they slept together.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not surprising. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe you said something like that. Nah, nigga, that's not even the worst that I heard this nigga say. So,
right.
so I was like, whatever.
Oh, I said okay, Joshua. My bad. I said Jonathan Boatsy, but yeah, Joshua Boatsy is pretty solid.
Yeah, and Virgil Hunter is a good trainer.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly because Yard, like I said, Yard his best skills to jump on people. If he can't beat you up by jumping on, he probably gonna lose. So I think Boatsy will probably beat his ass. And yeah, Dillian White is fucking horrific. Like if he knocked out Tyson Fury, that would be funny. But in reality, what the fuck is Dillian White gonna do? Like, what is he really gonna do? What does he bring to the table? Like he gonna get wiped out, and it's gonna be over with.
Hey, he happy for that massive. What? He getting almost 10 million for this fight.
Yeah,
So
about 8, 9. That was funny. He was in
yeah,
the beginning. In the beginning, he was talking shit. I'm like, bro, how much money did you make fighting Anthony Joshua? You didn't make nothing.
right. You
Even
making big money. You making that dope money right there.
right. Even Derek Chisora was talking shit about your paychecks. You know you in a bad situation when you're in you're doing a build up with Derek Chisora, and he's like, bro, you're not even making real bread. You talk all this big shit about championship opportunities. You're not even making big bread.
I remember he told Eddie Hearn that after the Povetkin 2 fight, he's like, man, Eddie, you gotta put me in more fights so I'm making more money, dude.
Yeah, because he got knocked the fuck out on the discount for the first one.
And then
And Art Man, you wrong. He didn't call him dude. He said massa.
oh, yeah. This nigga Eddie Hearn was making a motherfucking tuna
And
sandwich in the
I'm
kitchen,
just
and
saying,
fucking Dillian White got
didn't
knocked out in the
yeah, I'm just
backyard.
saying, Dillian White was laughing when Eddie Hearn father said we gotta, you know what I'm saying, made them comments about slave contracts and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't out of the realm of possibility for him to call him massa.
And then AJ's stupid ass go ahead and sign a real life slave contract. It was funny as hell when Eddie Hearn was literally laughing. He was like, "Yeah, that means that if any time AJ wants to come back and box when he's 50 years old, like on the Triller card, Matchroom still gets a piece of that." I'm like, AJ, and you went in there with lawyers and signed this weak shit. This man gets a,
Mhm.
this man is
Oh
literally good.
yeah, I forgot. He signed a fucking life contract with this nigga and
Mhm.
lost on the first fight of the contract.
Which
Oh
is
my god.
illegal. You ain't supposed to be able to sign no life contract under the Muhammad Ali Act.
Literally, that Eddie Hearn, like, you're gonna have to pay taxes, and then Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, it don't even make sense,
It's,
man.
it's literal. It's literally like, and I was trying to explain that to British people because British people always love when black folks.
But what did he get up front though? What did Eddie Hearn give him up front? Like 50 million?
No, he just signed the paperwork. It was a capitalization on the deal that they already had, so there was no bonus for that. This ain't Top Rank. He paid him out for the fights that he's done so far, and then just had him sign this contract.
Quick question, y'all. What you think Bud Crawford should do? Should he just wait and fight Earl in September, October, or should he get a fight in? And another thing,
Man, I'm
y'all know
afraid that
that
they might
Bud,
say they might order Arrow versus what's his face? Stenosis.
but
Make that shit go to
undisputed
purse
trumps
bid.
that though. The undisputed trumps that. And Stan Jonas has already said that
But if
he's
Bud
more than
connected to
willing to
old
step
boy,
aside.
all that shit's out the window.
What's that?
Steven Espinosa said, man, if Bud is working with Daniel Kinahan, we can't make that shit happen.
Oh no, Bud gonna say he ain't.
Yeah, Bud needs to come out and publicly
Yeah,
step
he
away
ain't about to say that.
like Jamel Herring did, because you about to fuck up $30 million. You better go ahead and get that.
Right.
Signing
But
with this nigga. What the fuck? What the
honestly,
fuck?
because Bud has only been fighting once a year in November for the last 2 years, he should probably just wait and reserve the November day so they can both be rested. However, I will say this: Boots is the number two for the WBO. Sean Porter was the number two for the WBO. All I'm saying is, if Bud want to go ahead and embarrass Boots, because that's what a lot of people say. A lot of people say Bud stops Boots. Go ahead and get that fight in, player, and then handle that business. Get your Canelo level win, and then you can fight Spence. Or I'll say the winner of Boots versus Bud fight Spence.
Yeah, I think he might just go straight into that fight. I doubt he
Yeah.
take
The way he talking
the
about
Boots Ennis
training
fight.
camps is hard for him. Which I understand because niggas is getting older. Nigga. I feel that
Right.
100%.
Yeah, but I agree. Extreme willpower. Boots should get in there and fight Stanionis and beat the shit out of Stanionis.
Yeah,
Stanionis
Oh
is
he'll
my
fucking.
beat
God. Boots will
Stanionis.
beat the shit out of Stanosis. They'll
He'll,
say
he'll,
better. They'll say Butev took a lot out of him.
yeah, he'll get. Yeah, Boots will break Stanionis off horrifically.
They won't say that he softened Stanionis up, but yeah,
Yeah, no,
I think
Boots would
you're right.
fucking run Stanionis the fuck over. That would be horrible.
Yeah.
Stanionis probably quit. He probably take it.
And before the fight, y'all remember I had said when we got on the show and we was talking about the I'm trying to think of what my man name is, Vargas, Francisco Vargas, and I told y'all that guy should be retired, and then he go right out there and get blowed out within a round. Like Al Heyman has been putting on great shows. He the number one promoter the last I don't know how many years, but this year it's not even the Coons or the Al Heyman haters, even they have admitted it. But I'm gonna say one thing: that guy should have never been on that card, and he should not fight again, ever again in life.
Well, he wanted the paycheck because I understand.
I agree, but
I
but he was a shot fighter before he stepped in that ring.
No, of course he's almost 40 years old, getting in there with El Rayo. Like, everybody knew he was gonna get wasted.
No, I'm not talking about Gamboa now.
No, I said El Rayo, the guy who.
Yeah, Vargas like 30 though, 31.
Wait, Wait, hold on. What?
Yeah, Vargas is young. He's only like 31, 32 at the most, I believe.
Francisco Vargas?
Yeah, he's not 40. I
He's
think he like 30.
37.
It's at 37?
Yeah, he's old as hell. He's
Oh,
30.
okay. I thought he was younger than that.
No, he's
Okay.
old. No,
Because
he's
he took a couple layoffs after fighting with Golden Boy. He took some layoffs, but yeah, I know
no,
Gamboa 39.
no. Vargas.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
On
You thought,
paper.
yeah,
Yeah, on paper, right.
you thought Vargas young. No, Vargas almost
Suppose
40
he's at
years old.
30, 32 going on 80. Yeah, he definitely going on 100.
Nah, he's 30. He's 37. Y'all crazy. He's not young at all. And Cozy Rito, to answer your question, Keith needed to sit his punk ass down. He did all that crying, hooping and hollering like a bitch just to come back and fight Barrios. And now he talking about he needs to get a title shot. No, he needs to sit his bitch ass down somewhere.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to hear from Keith right
I
now.
heard he was rooting for Yugas.
Yeah,
He's a
because
hater.
he knew that Spence and Bud was gonna be next. That's why he was rooting for,
Yeah, now all of a sudden he wants to put his name back in the mix after taking 2 years off.
Right.
Ain't nobody trying to hear from Keith Thurman. Sit your
You
punk
need
ass.
that check.
I'll be like, here, you want paycheck? Sacrifice yourself to Boots like you were supposed to.
No, you know who he need to fight? He need to make a fight with Tank Davis.
Oh yeah, I'll do some numbers. Right
Oh
there. You want paycheck?
shit.
That's what I want to see, man.
Me
Tank,
too.
look, it's a lady. Y'all know her on Twitter. Cat. I like Cat, but Cat wrong saying that he was leaving. That he was gonna leave Al Heyman. Tank is not leaving Al Heyman. Now he leaving Floyd Mayweather, so that fight can be made.
Yeah, I mean, Ellerby came out and said we'll make Keith Thurman with us. Like we don't even care.
I feel like Javante Davis got mad, upset that you gotta really think about it. Okay, we get it, man. You fight Mexicans, you get a good fan base or whatever. But goddamn, nigga, this is too many Mexicans. This is like Mexican after Mexican after Mexican after Mexican.
Floyd
That too
Mayweather
far.
doing that garbage, but he can speak up. Look at Earl Spence. He didn't fight a Mexican. Had 40,000 people. Folks are still hating on that. Even though they say 250,000 buys, again, I'm going to say this. How y'all know them numbers so fast?
Right? They just go ahead and start saying shit like, "Oh,
Yeah, they just say anything. Like more and more, man.
I don't give a
People
fuck. I
have
know I
been,
bought it.
yeah,
dudes,
no doubt.
dudes will be talking about pay-per-view sales like right before the fight has even started. I'm like, wait, hold up, we're still in the prelims.
Who said that, Jason? Tell me who said that, and I'm gonna shoot on him real fast. Who said that?
Oh shit! Don't tell me it was Clarissa. No,
No, I know it won't Clarissa because
no.
she's an Earl Spence. Her and Earl Spence were in camp together. You know what I'm
She said
saying,
she
and all that.
sparred Errol Spence before.
But Cozy Rito, exactly. Keith is
Yeah.
Keith need to be sacrificed. I'm sick.
Okay, here we go. I gotta shoot on her
shit.
because she's been doing too much lately. Yeah, man. Look, I saw the fight, man. That
I didn't
she
even
fought up.
see. I didn't even see her fight.
I watched it. It was cool, but
Did she win by knockout?
no, she won by a smooth decision.
Oh what?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, extreme. Look, man, the lady is 10-1 or something like this, and I support the sister, but sometimes you just say something to people. Remember last time we talked, I said I felt like she got to be humble. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't sit there and act like that. Your resume is like even Ugas or somebody, just somebody on a level like that. Like you don't want 11 fights. I can't name any of them women you beat. I don't know any of them people. And the only reason I know Matisse is because her son fights for Al Heyman. So that lets you know how old she is. Her son is a prospect.
Wow.
Not just that, but Lucas Matisse and the brother Walter Matisse fought for Al Heyman and one fought for Goosen. So come on, man. You beat a 41-year-old grandmother or mother or whatever, man, from Argentina on a 4-day notice.
Cozy Rito put it in all caps because he knew you was gonna go in.
Yeah, on a 4-day notice.
But on a real quick sidetrack, did y'all see Brandon
More
Lee?
skilled. She don't know boxing, man. She can box herself. And Tony Harrison and his brothers have done a great job with her. But man, come on, man.
And also
She hate on a lot of black folks. I'm just saying.
she need to keep that left hand up too. But also real quick, did y'all see Brandon Lee fight?
Yeah, he didn't look
Uh-uh.
good. He
Looking
didn't look good.
looking real sacrificial, ain't he?
Hey,
Looking
he
real
can go on and
sacrificial for Gary Russell Jr. for the
That's
hey, let's
title,
do it.
that's what I'm
for the
saying.
IBF belt.
That's bro.
Let's do it.
I literally said it months ago. I was like, they need to just go ahead and feed Brandon Lee to Gary Antoine and get it over with. And now
Let's
look at
do
him.
it.
He looking like shit. It's
Let's
time.
do it.
It's
But he
time.
fought a lot of bums,
That's my
you
point.
know.
That's my point. He's got 25 fights in. He's still undefeated. Go ahead, give him his first L, and then give him some easy work after that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get on this Angelo Leo shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my point exactly. And then it's funny because, like I said, they try to hype up these dudes and they wait too long and they end up looking like shit to the wrong person.
Hey, you right, extreme willpower. AB, I'm gonna call her AB. AB is talking a lot of trash. She acting like, boy, she's a bona fide, you know what I'm saying, stallion that go out there fighting. I'm not
Cause it's
talking
the
about
match
physical look.
rooms.
I'm talking
I
about
feel like it's
fighting.
that whole match room shit, dude. Cause you get to being around those. They got cameramen taking pictures of you, putting your face on the big graphics and shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
to make you feel like you somebody.
And you know her
Mm-hmm.
paychecks are fat. You know her
And
paychecks.
paychecks are
But
fat. You
they
like, oh
fat for a
shit.
female, fighting for them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course, you know. But yeah, and
Yeah.
also yeah, Extreme Willpower. Brandon Lee and Boots Ennis are friends, and it was funny too because when somebody asked Brandon Lee about fighting Boots, he was like, "Oh well, you know, I'm at 140 right now. He's at 147. Maybe he'll move up, and then I'll move up to welterweight." I was like, "Yeah, you don't want none of that."
Well, let me ask you this. This can be for y'all or the people on the thing. Like, who you think win? AB or Mayor?
I pick
AB.
I pick AB on that one.
You think you do?
Yeah,
As long as she keeps that left hand up, she'll be all right.
Yeah. Okay. Mayor gonna beat him.
Oh fuck!
I ain't saying
I
that.
seen them fight, bro. And look, the good thing was I seen both of them fight days apart. So it wasn't like I could say, okay, I seen Alicia 2 months ago, and then I seen this girl fight last week. No, 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 no. I seen both of them fight. One fought a girl that could fight a little bit, that's a champion, and the other one fought a grandmother that was in their 40s. And my analogy, I'm just saying, man, Mayor can fight a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
To AB seem kind of small compared to her.
Yeah, because I mean, Mayor like 5'11".
I'm gonna say this. I think that AB's active jab, her foot movement, and her hard right hand keep Mayer at bay long enough to guide her through a smooth decision, or get her a stoppage, especially with the uppercuts on the inside. However, I understand Julius's point because she frequently drops her left hand and doesn't move her head. So I can understand why he would say that.
And I hate
What
to
you
say
think
that.
about AB versus Clarissa?
Oh, come on,
Shit.
man.
Nah, that's I don't.
Clarissa gonna beat her up.
Yeah,
Too
I don't.
small.
Was
I
she
don't.
saying
I don't want.
something slick about her not having
Yeah.
power or some shit?
Yeah, said she
Yeah,
didn't have power, but I believe that Clarissa would stop her though.
yeah.
But
Clarissa,
here's the thing, though.
she was
In the
on.
female boxing, you can move up from 30 and fight a girl at 40 or 47. Like, Alicia don't have to do all that talking. You can move up and fight these girls. A girl can move up 2 and 3 weight classes. That can happen, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you know, let me use like Oscar Valdez saying, "Hey, I want to go up there and fight Earl Spence or somebody." Like that's a
Hell no.
disadvantage. Like a female boxer can do that. You get what I'm saying? You could just go to 30 to 40 to 47.
Yeah,
She should
You gotta
just
get that
do it.
man jaw real. His jaw, he ain't gonna have a jaw after that shit.
that's why. That's
NJ NJP, you thinking on the physical plane.
That's why when AB came out and said that about Carissa, everybody was like, okay, calm down.
Yeah, nobody even entertained that shit.
Yeah, they were like,
Right.
you really don't want none. That's like Clarissa will smoke both of y'all.
Right.
Like that's not even the game. Clarissa be fucking in there hitting like a man. Both y'all need to go ahead and sit y'all little ass down somewhere and fight each other.
And Clarissa is quicker than her too. But hey man, but hey,
Clarissa
like I
is
said, Mr. Charlie or that white guy then got to her, and like you said, photographers are taking pictures of her. She's getting exposure, and she forget that her record is 9-1.
the way
She probably think it's 37-1 or 40-1. You know what I'm saying? And
have you,
she
have,
beat 5 or 6 Hall of Famers and fought in 5 or 6 12-round fights. So I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
I'll admit, like whenever they're doing the press conferences, and I hate to agree with Julius on points like this, but but
why you hate to agree with me, man?
because it's not strictly speaking, boxing. This is more on a social thing. But
Yeah.
do y'all see the way when Eddie Hearn's speaking, when she like looks at him,
Mhm.
it's like it's more than business right there, and I'm just like, that's weird. Because at least when the Haneys look at him, they're like, all right, this a paycheck coming. She'd be looking like she
Hey,
would like want to hang out and shit.
hey, look, man. She look at it like this white man has came and saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Because he gave her an opportunity to fight for the belt. But you know what it is? It wasn't the fact that Eddie gave her an opportunity. He thought that she just couldn't fight. Now that's what she should look at it. The
Damn.
matchmakers and everybody went and looked at one of her fights where she probably fought in a dugout, or you know what I'm saying, or something. Went and looked at one of those tapes and said, you know what? I Terry Harper or whatever the girl name is can beat her. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Make that fight. Think about it. Why else would they call her? It's female boxers that I be talking about need an opportunity, like Tierra Brown. You know what I'm saying? She beat Mayer in the amateurs. She's 130 pounds. She could fight 130 and 126, undefeated female, right? You haven't heard Alicia Baumgartner say her name. You ain't heard Mayer say her name. So it's people out there that can fight. You get what I'm saying? But they picked Baumgartner because they saw her record was probably 7 or 8-1, and they said, you know what, we can beat her.
Well, Cozy Rita, I will say this: I don't wanna, I don't want to see her lose to Mayer. But if Clarissa wants some smoke, she can go ahead and get slaughtered by Clarissa. I'm cool with that one. She can go ahead and get beat the fuck up by Clarissa Shields. I'd be okay with that one. Anybody who
Oh,
wants to sacrifice
speaking of
themselves for
female fights,
Clarissa
why
Shields,
nobody really talking about the what's her name? Amanda Serrano from the block.
is she fighting Katie Taylor tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit,
That's tomorrow, huh?
I didn't even know that was
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. To keep it 100.
Yeah,
I didn't even
yeah.
know either,
I
bro. You
look,
lying,
man.
bro. That's
You
not tomorrow.
yawn.
That's not tomorrow.
That's what I
It
was
ain't
thinking.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Well, whatever it
That can't
is.
be tomorrow.
yeah, I can't.
Hey.
No,
Hey,
that's on the
Um,
same. That's on the same day as Shakur Stevenson.
okay, yeah, I know
oh yeah.
130.
Hey. Uh Art, man, this is what I think of it, man. Whew.
That's what you think of it?
You don't think it'll be exciting?
Whew.
Damn.
You're
Nothing.
you're sexist.
Hey, I like to see Clarissa Shields fight. I want to see Clarissa fight that girl that she's fighting
Why
from
would they?
England,
Why would they
you
put
know,
that on the same day as Shakur Valdez? That's
because
insane.
they don't want nobody to look at it. That's all.
Ah,
They don't want nobody to look at it. They just giving them an opportunity to say y'all showcase a fight somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul want to just make history, but he ain't caring if anybody actually, watch him. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, uh Serrano's a weight bully, but
don't
Oh
let cry,
shit.
don't let cry
hey,
you for that.
anybody go all the way down to 115, 112 and try to say I'm an 8 division champion. I won at 115 and now I'm fighting at 140. Like, come on, man. Come on. That's like Gary Antoine Russell going down fighting Chocolito. Come on now.
Oh god.
And they ain't say about, oh, I'm a 7 division champion. Man, please.
That's like a Wilder. That's like a Wilder made 168.
They say it sold out MSG. I don't believe it. But
Shit.
hey, who knows?
That's some cap.
Is the Knicks playing that night?
Yeah, that sounds like some bullshit. It's selling out MSG for Taylor Serrano. That's cap.
Yeah, man.
That
These
sounds like straight bullshit. But,
people talking crazy, bro.
but that does tell me that Eddie Hearn is on some nonsense. Why would you even have that close to Shakur Valdez? That doesn't make any sense.
No
Just,
sense.
So they can be like, we did these numbers while the guys were fighting.
Right.
But isn't Valdez Stevenson? Isn't that also in New York on the same day?
No, that's in Vegas.
Oh, it's in Vegas. Okay, good.
I don't even know where they showing the fight.
Hey,
like,
speaking
come
of
on,
that,
man.
did y'all hear Shakur Stevenson's comments recently?
Yeah,
What did he say?
He was talking about how Canelo gave Oscar some horrible
Horrible,
advice.
horrible.
Hold on one second, guy.
Yeah, and it's true. Canelo was like, "Oh, Oscar Valdez should go ahead and box with him." And Shakur was just like, "Yeah, that's terrible advice. Why would you do that? If you stay on the outside with me, I can pick you apart and then just outbox you because the skill level's not the same." And I was like, "Yeah, Canelo, you tried that bullshit and it didn't work. You tried that with fucking Mayweather and it didn't work. Why would you give Valdez that same stupid ass advice?" That shit was nuts. I don't know why he said some shit like that. Valdez better get in there and jump on Shakur Stevenson's ass like Jamel Herring did, try to make it uncomfortable, try to make it like a real like like a real rough and tumble kind of wrestling match. Because other than that, you gonna get beat up, boy.
Man, I seen that nigga crying. I said, boy, hold them tears, nigga.
Oh yeah, he was crying on the lead up because he got caught with
They
steroids.
said I was a cheater, man. I ain't no cheat, man. Nigga, you a fucking cheat with that deep ass fucking voice. How the fuck your voice so damn deep, nigga?
And you little as hell.
Right. Let me start asking some questions, nigga, around this bitch.
Deep ass vocal cords.
Yeah, man. Oscar Valdez was trying to make himself cry and all that stuff, man. Guy's fake, man.
Man, I ain't gonna. Me and my fucking baby mama was watching that shit. We was getting ready to eat dinner. I just had a plan, and I was just telling her about the whole situation, and she just like, yeah, like nigga, how the fuck did shit get in your system? How did it get
Then
there?
he
Like,
talking about, I
this,
thought
and
it
that,
was
but
the
how did it
T.
get there?
Yeah.
How did it get there?
But Julius,
Remember, he said it was the T. Now he said he thought it was the T. He tried to fake like he was crying, got up like he was so emotional, went behind the ring and drunk some more tea, and then came and sat down.
What's
Like,
funny?
come on,
What's
man.
funny is like the top rank. I just feel like they hold people in charge of that department in top rank just suck at their job. Like, why are they purposely left the camera rolling to get every bit of emotion that they thought they were gonna get. Like, why did y'all leave the camera rolling? Like, the motherfucker he wasn't crying for real. Y'all would have been better off just cutting it off and segue to the next fucking scene.
Right.
Those tears were real, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because he didn't think he was ever gonna have to be in this position. Now
I didn't see nothing come out in his eyes.
His eyes.
But now all of a sudden, because Terrence Crawford got a lawsuit, he got to get sacrificed to Stevenson. He was like, "Fuck, are y'all serious? Y'all really gonna make me fight this motherfucker?"
And then it was so cringe when they said he was like, yeah, that's why I want me, my team, with his deep ass voice. Yeah, me, my team, we wanted this fight. No, the fuck y'all didn't. No, y'all didn't.
Been running for 2 years, 3 years. Yeah.
Bob Arum literally snitched and said, "Oh yeah, we scheduling Navarrete next." Terrence Crawford dropped the lawsuit. Well, I'm sorry, son, but we need some good PR here. I'll tell you.
And I'm pretty sure Bob was like, "Now we done bailed your ass out with that Robson fight, so I don't want to hear nothing about you not wanting this fight because that, like, man, who else got a consultant fee when it came to that Robson fight?"
Right.
The conversation's probably real smooth. He's like, "Look, I'm gonna need you to go in here, do what you can, take the L real quick, and then we'll get you on the back end. You get 2 easy buttercup fights for a lot of paper, and then we can set you up with a title shot once this crazy ass motherfucker move up. Deal? Does that sound
Valdez
good?"
versus Nakafilya.
Exactly. Some shit that he. Well, actually, I don't know how hard that dude punch. You might lose that shit. But yeah. But yeah, no, it's just like, look, I'm sorry, but the company is in trouble. I'm gonna need you to go ahead, take this L, and then we'll hook you up later. That's it.
It's literally in writing quotes from Bob Arum saying that he wants Burchell versus Valdez.
You mean
I don't care
Navarrete?
what none of these dudes say. And you know what they try to tell me? Because they get mad when I post it on Twitter. They try to say, well, can we just talk about how the fight's here, man? I'm like, nah,
Yeah,
fuck all that. Because
they try
this
to
is
skip past
included
all
in his.
discussion.
This this is why you don't let these fucking Poindexter ass, dweeb ass niggas narrate the story. We narrate the fucking story. The fight was not going to happen until a racial bias lawsuit came about. That's what the
Exactly.
fuck happened.
And a lot of fights are currently being prevented for that same reason. Why you think Keyshawn ain't touching nobody in power right now? Keyshawn,
Mm-hmm.
and Lomachenko shouldn't have to wait in Ukraine. Keyshawn should be fighting Lomachenko or some shit.
As soon as he get off the fucking plane.
Yeah, but Keyshawn should be fighting Lomachenko while he waiting on Cambosis and Devin Haney
What's
to
up
finish.
with this war? I ain't seen no footage of Lomachenko putting in any work in this war. What's going on?
His little ass ain't fighting. He's training right now. His little
Yeah,
ass is probably not even in country, making it seem like he over there firing shots at
that's
ankles.
why I doubt he fight
You think the
again
coach?
this
You
year.
think his motherfucking manager sent the plane for Usyk to come back and not Lomachenko?
Right, he at the house right now watching all Devin Haney's fights. He's like, shit, I'm gonna have to fight this crazy motherfucker.
Right. They studying Devin Haney right now, studying George Kambosos. They already know that nigga. Bro,
Hey,
the way Bob Arum and what motherfucking Ludabella was sitting there talking about this shit, they know damn well that fucking George Kambosos is about to lose this fucking
hey
fight.
guys, I gotta run, man.
Oh, no problem. Have a good one,
I
Billy.
talk with you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, they're at the house right now watching Devin Haney's footage, probably having a conference call with Floyd Mayweather, trying to get some juice. Like, hey man, y'all trained up this kid somewhat. What can you tell us? What can you give us? What can you do for us?
I posted that sparring clip of Devin Haney, bro. I honestly feel like I don't care what nobody say. I honestly feel like Devin Haney's the most skilled at that weight class. And
You do?
I got into a little mini debate. It didn't catch no steam with nobody else, but I got a little mini debate with one of these guys on Boxing Twitter because I said, dude, I don't give a fuck when Devin Haney beats George Kambosos. There's no dispute. He is the best lightweight. And they said, oh no, that's not
What?
true.
Cause
That's
what they
not
say?
true.
Tank's the best lightweight.
No, they said because Lomachenko's there.
Oh my fucking god!
I know, right? I know. Trust me.
Like Lomachenko's already ran from this dude, and Lomachenko's already taken an L at 135. So how the fuck is he the best lightweight? Like
Exactly. So I
it
said,
doesn't make any sense.
I thought undisputed means there's no dispute. You're the best lightweight. You're the best champion. I said, if that's the case, well, then I don't consider Canelo Alvarez the best super middleweight because I feel like David Benavidez will give him problems. David Morrell will give him problems.
Yeah, it's
Oh
stupid.
no, it's different when it comes to that. Nigga, shut up.
Yeah, the only thing different is the colors.
I said, dude, y'all just better hope that Canelo fucking doesn't look. And y'all putting too much pressure on Canelo. Y'all doing all this fucking capping for him. Y'all putting a lot of pressure on him because if he goes into this fight with Bivol and robs Bivol, or even goes into the fight and get rocked by Bivol bad, nigga, he's gonna look like food. And then y'all want to say better be name after that?
And
Honestly,
let's keep it 100. I've been the only one between Canelo fans and our side that was saying Bivol is a real deal fight. So I don't want to hear none of you phony ass motherfuckers after the fight happened come out and be like, "Oh, see, Beehive was no, don't Beehive me nothing." I was the only one saying that Bivol was a real ass fight. Rest of you dudes were saying the same weak shit y'all say about Errol Spence.
look,
Hasn't
I was saying it. I'm not gonna lie. Can you blame me? I was saying I ain't know. You know why? Because I didn't watch none of this nigga's fights.
well, you were just saying that Charlo
Besides the
was the better.
besides the Pascal fight or whatever. And then the guy, he's not as experienced as Canelo Alvarez, I would say, because the guy, he only has 20 fights?
Yeah, thereabout.
So I never really heard of the guy. So you can't fault me for saying, hey man, I don't know. This could the guy that I've seen, Canelo Alvarez. I think he can easily beat this guy.
But most of Canelo's fans hadn't heard of Bivol either. They just go on YouTube, watch a bunch of his fights, and because Canelo's fighting him, they say, "Oh, it's better than Charlo." Anybody Canelo fights is suddenly better than Charlo,
Better
better
than
than
Charlo. And
Benavidez.
I said, I posted the perfect meme, the face where they're like smiling, but deep down inside they're fucking sad as shit. They're gonna be saying that when if Bivol wins this fight, they're gonna be like, "Well, I told you Bivol was better than Charlo."
I'd be like, okay, cool. Then let's get Charlo versus Bivol at 175. I bet money they talk shit. Oh no, 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 no. He needs to fight Benavidez. That's ducking. Blah, 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 blah. All that bullshit.
I told somebody I said because Benavidez said he's thinking about going up to 175. I
But
said
then
if Bi- I said if I mean Benavidez, yeah, I said if Benavidez moves up to 175, if I fight Charlo, he's a duck. They got mad as fuck. He was like, dude, how can you say something like that? I'm like, nah, y'all said that same bullshit about Janabek and fucking Andre.
yeah, and then they also said that Andre was a duck for was ducking Benavidez for not moving up. So it's like you can't win. Everybody's just ducking.
But this thing with Benavidez, it's really just the fucking they're using this to get they're trying to get what's his name, basically get Charlo off of Canelo, so they big up Benavidez just for Charlo. They never say Benavidez should fight Canelo. They just big him up to fight Charlo.
They don't
A
even say
nigga
that.
that's not even it. Instead of telling Benavidez to fight the fucking guy with all the belts at super middleweight, the weight class he's been fighting in, he should go fight the fucking 160 guy. But they literally told Spence fans and Spence that you're not shit for fighting Mikey Garcia coming up.
They don't even want Benavidez to fight David Morrell Jr. or Andre.
You want to know why? Because this motherfucker live on air said, I don't mind fighting David Morrell." And what did his fans do? Well, we didn't hear that part.
Yeah, or
We just heard him talk about Charlo.
who has Morrell fought? What has he accomplished? But now, Cozy Rito, you got a point. It depends on which Bivol shows up. If Bivol that we know shows up and goes in there to put in some work, it's gonna be a good fight. But if it looks like the people got to him, then it is what it is. You know how that should be. You know, got that fucking that lay down paycheck.
So I'm honest. I'm gonna be honest, D Hive. I still don't believe Bivol gonna put a real fight past 6 rounds. I'm gonna have to see it to believe it. Yeah, Canelo even posted fucking flyers about how he going about to go to this club after the fight. I said, "Oh shit, it's sweet.
Yeah,
It's real sweet."
just the way they've been looking past him. They've been like, oh yeah, if we can't get the Triple G fight, we're gonna go on to better beef. And I'm like, first of all, y'all could have been smoked better beef. So let's don't even tell me that bullshit. Now that he's approaching 40 years old, all of a sudden y'all have interest. Next, stop talking about Bivol like he's some fucking cake. Because Bivol been talking this shit lately. He's talking like he don't really care what y'all talking about. He's
He
like,
be laughing at y'all niggas when y'all say he pound for pound. He be like, what? I mean,
yeah,
because let's be real, bro. There's boxing fans and then there's Canelo man fans. Because I'm gonna keep it 100. Canelo's resume is not this super good resume that y'all say it is. I don't give a fuck that he fought Cotto in the early 2010s. Nigga, I was still in high school. Bro, this is 2022. What the fuck is he doing now? Yeardrum, Rocky Fielding, Billy Joe Saunders? That resume don't mean shit, bro. None of those guys, because it's like this. I would look at your resume and say, who have you fought and beat that I feel like your competitors can't beat?
and the thing about it is context matters because people talk about the weight that Canelo fought Mayweather at when Canelo chose that fucking weight, and also he's dragging up washed ass welterweights to 155. Cotto's a fucking dude from welterweight.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how people were pissed off because I said, man, how the fuck does a guy start off at 140, go all the way up to 175, back down again? back up to 175 like naturally. And people like, dude, he was a pro since he was 15, man. I said if that's the case, then Devin Haney should retire at 175, right?
Basically, it should be Devin Haney versus fucking Usyk at some point, or fucking or Errol Spence versus Usyk at some point. Because if you start talking about welterweight, then yeah, they just saying dumb shit.
They just say dumb shit, and they put me on the bad boxing take post, and I be like, bro, who the fuck are you guys? You guys are telling me that. Wait, hold on. You guys were the people that was telling me that there's no way that the mob was related to any type of fight involving Tyson Fury.
And now it turns out the mob is almost exclusively related to every single fight with Tyson.
Hey, did you notice that they, bro? You notice that they don't even debate me no more. Really? Of course, they got like a couple of little straggle-alongs or whatever, but they don't like back then. They used to debate the shit out of me when it comes to this whole how can Fury cheat shit. Now it's just like I'm just not gonna say anything.
Like we said at the beginning, a lot of these dudes on all the sides of boxing Twitter. That's the Mexicans, the white folks, the black people. A lot of the more nuanced, specific shit is above their pay grade. They've never handled legitimate business. They don't understand law enforcement. They don't understand the history of the mob. They don't read any books. They just talk shit, and they get validated by other dumb niggas.
They
and
tell
that's why they
me
feel smart.
they tell me they're real boxing fans because they know who Anui fought on Tuesday morning. But I'm telling them you're not a boxing fan because you're asking me how is race and the mob related in boxing.
Yeah, they'll say you're not a real boxing fan because you said something that you wouldn't say to a professional boxer. But when it comes to actually understanding the business of boxing that they talk about so often, all of a sudden it's we're not talking about that. We're talking about Spence Crawford and Spence Duffy.
Some of the stuff that I get from boxing is, it's not just from boxing. It's just life experiences. You know, certain things like the whole arbitration shit with Wilder versus Fury and all that and AJ. It really showed you how stupid people are, Di.
Yeah,
The masses, not just a couple, the masses. It really showed you how stupid, even people on our side. Because I'm like, bro, y'all don't see this? They're
black
telling
men.
you there's a fight, but there's no fight date.
A lot of people didn't even know what an arbitration was. They thought that Wilder had sued them again. Like they thought that Wilder actually took them to court.
I didn't know what it was, but you know what the fuck I did?
You actually did.
I did my research.
Yeah, you did your homework and figured out what a arbitration actually was. A lot of people spent like 6 to 8 months not even understanding what an arbitration is. And I'm like, when you niggas go out and buy iPhones, that long ass terms and conditions that you don't read, that you just sign on to, that's a lot of arbitration clauses. That means that the phone fucking explodes and blows half your face off. You can't sue in civil court. You have to go through what's called a binding arbitration. But again, a lot of niggas, they don't want to read, they don't want to do the research, they just want to run their mouth and get validated, talk about dumb shit. That's why.
The
That's why.
very And that's why these niggas made me feel like I'm some type of fucking genius or something. Nigga, I'm not no fucking genius. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, bro, it's just common sense.
But bro, every time you notice how every time something important happens in boxing, what happens to Twitter? They end up talking about you or me because they don't understand the events that are happening. So they're like, "Oh, okay, well, look at our man that one time." I'm like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?"
Bro, I be seeing posts, they just be don't even tag me, they just be having full blown conversations about me. This is what Artman would think about. Oh
Yeah,
wait, what if Artman sees this? Like, yeah, you motherfuckers know. Y'all know. Because it's like, dude, they spent the whole year telling me that the WBC and the commission is incorruptible. Literally, like that's you remember that was the main argument was how can this happen under the watch of the WBC and the commission?
first of all, the WBC is in fucking Mexico, so I don't trust anything they got going on at all.
Mm.
like all, I don't give a fuck if they have or have not been infiltrated by the European mafia, they're based out of Mexico. That in and of itself, that government in and of itself is not even stable. So don't tell me anything about integrity by a bunch of people that already answer to narco terrorists. You telling me they wouldn't be in bed with another one? Fuck out of here.
A white one at that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I don't hold back on my channel because a lot of stuff that go like you got to really think about it. These people who be, you know what I'm saying, Trump supporters or whatever supporters, racist, whatever. You don't think these motherfuckers watch sports? Y'all don't think they watch boxing?
Yeah, and like someone asked, why would the cartels be interested? Like, why would these people be interested in boxing? I'm like, the same reason why every mob is interested in sports, because there's money in it.
Money in it,
Like, bro,
unlimited money.
do y'all not understand that Tyson Fury and Wilder collectively made hundreds of millions of fucking dollars? Like, did y'all
Nigga,
not
some of your favorite fighters, Tito Trinidad and all them dudes, them niggas was not wasn't touching the money that Wilder got. And
like,
who got more skills?
bro,
Fuck you
Mayweather
talking about?
Mayweather made like 20 careers worth of paper in like one or two individual fights. Motherfuckers was clearing like $100 million off of, and keep in mind, this is Mayweather bullshitting around. This is like what off McGregor and shit. And I'm like,
Mayweather changed boxing forever. All these YouTube fights and shit like that. Where do you think that shit came from? Mayweather McGregor.
that's what
That
I'm
shit
saying.
was such an impact.
And some of your favorite fighters will never even see 100 M's in an entire career. He was cleaning that shit up in individual fights, like with Pacquiao. He made like 120, 130, 150
Bro,
million.
y'all talk about Al Heyman. I seen Al Heyman give Floyd Mayweather what was $100 million check on live television, pay-per-view. I said, wow, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. And you telling me as an organized crime, as a criminal organization, you wouldn't want to have a legitimate stake in a sport that deals with so much cash?
You know, I'll be flexing on my friends sometimes because we be talking about sports and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that. Everybody likes basketball. I'm not really a big basketball fan, but I be talking shit to my homeboy. I be like, dude, basketball cool, but boxing is that fucking sport. Like, this is the only sport where you can make like $100 million in 30 minutes. Meanwhile, basketball players got to play fucking 5 years worth of games for that type of bread.
And the reason why it's so attractive to criminals is because the barrier to entry is minimal. You don't need that much money to become a boxing promoter. You don't need that much money to buy your way in. You don't need that much money to manage fighters. That's why a lot of the NFL and NBA organizations are run by attorneys, because they want the barriers to entry to be extremely high, and for it to be
Look at that shit they did with what's his name, Rich Paul.
right.
I'm not even a basketball fan, but I seen that shit. I'm like, man, that's some racist ass shit.
Right.
Where they basically said that you can't. What is he to LeBron James? I'm not too familiar, but he's like something to LeBron James, like an agent or something
Uh,
like that.
he, I believe, is like a business manager. Like he
Yeah,
manages a lot of his events and finances.
and he said before you can't have that type of job for an NBA player. You have to go through the proper channels to get licensed to do this. I'm like, bro, so
They
you're
have
telling me
they
if I
have their
grew
own
up in the same
certification.
neighborhood with this basketball player, I go to college for this, and I basically know how to manage money and whatever. You're telling me I can't have this type of deal with my friend?
Yeah, the NBA and NFL have their own licensing process for representation of athletes. That's why I said for the NFL, you actually need a law degree. You actually need a law degree. And for example, to put it in perspective, Freeway Rick Ross.
Yeah,
He got out of jail. He now has a stable of fighters. That's how quick and easy it is.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of criminals, not calling Rick Ross a criminal. He served his time and all that, so he's not a criminal. But that's why a lot of criminal organizations see it as an easy sport because the gateway
And
the
you know
fight
what's so easy too? You
is
know what's
cheap.
so easy too? Fucking having the fucking betting odds a certain way and having your guy take a dive.
Also
It
very
just
difficult.
bet hella money on him losing in a certain round.
Yeah, because it's much more difficult as a team to throw a game and shave points and stuff like that because people can notice when you're not playing optimally. But punches, crazy punches land all the time.
I seen like a little clip from a documentary about this guy who talked about the fight with Mike Tyson, and it was like Mike Tyson's first fight back out of prison, and like he's super rich, and he told these other mega millionaires that they should bet money on Mike Tyson winning in the first 90 seconds. Man, he said, well, Mike Tyson almost didn't win that shit, and that he damn near almost had a heart attack.
Was it with like Peter McNeely?
Yes, that fight.
Man, people say that, but I think even if McNeely was trying his best, that fight wouldn't have lasted more than 2 rounds anyway.
The guy. They said the guy got convicted. I'm not sure. He said he got convicted for, what I'm saying, doing this shit. I don't know specifically in that fight. But he said he got
Man,
convicted for being in rigged fights.
Yes, Peter McNeely was bullshit anyway. Like I said, all he did was save himself a beating. Mike Tyson would have fucked his shit up regardless.
Exactly. But
So
D
yeah,
Hive. But D Hive. Is it out the room a possibility?
no, not at all. And it's just like what Julius was saying. Why would a trainer put you in an unwinnable situation? And I'm like, for that reason, you go in, cut a deal, get some paper, put some bread on yourself losing, and go ahead and spare yourself an ass whooping. That's easy. You can make more. You can double up your money that way. You can make 2 fights worth of money, or two and a half, 3 fights worth of money in one fucking fight where you don't get hurt. It's the perfect situation in a sport where you can die.
You think Yugas is done for?
No, Uga should
That
come
eye
back.
looking bad.
Yeah, it does look fucking horrible. I don't know what the fuck going on up in there. But no, Ugas was talking big shit to Boots, so he can come back and sacrifice himself 1 or 2 more times.
Bro, what if Tyson Fury gets slept tomorrow?
Man, I'm calling bullshit on all the Wilder fights. And you know what? I was listening to I Am Sure Will, and Kano Loco made a good point. Kano
What do you
Loco
say?
Kano Loco said the third fight basically tells us that the second fight will stop too fucking early. And I was like, that's a good ass point. The
What do
third
you mean?
fight,
What do you further explain?
he said, like, yeah. So he said that because Wilder was taking a lot of heavy punches in the third fight, he was heavier, he was more exhausted from the third round. But because the fight wasn't stopped, he was able to put in work and actually stop Fury 2 times. The second fight, he was in a similar situation where he was taking a lot of punches, he was gassed, but they just but Breland threw in the fucking towel. That lets you know that the second fight was stopped too early based on the results of the third fight. Because if the stoppage was appropriate in the second fight, the third fight should have been stopped way before
Nigga, I
the
feel like
11th.
they stopped the third fight too early too. Cause Wilder was like, even though it was bad, Wilder was still getting the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they should have waved Tyson Fury off multiple times, but yeah, that's basically
Speaking of that, so now knowing that Tyson Daniel Kinahan was financially involved in all of those fights besides the first one, do you feel like there was some foul play going on when it comes to refereeing?
the
Because
mere
yeah, go ahead.
I would say the mere fact that Top Rank immediately got into bed with MTK after signing Tyson Fury was already a red flag to me. The fact that Tyson Fury has a history of cheating people that weren't up to Wilder's caliber was already a red flag to me. But now that this shit done come out, that whole squad is trash. I'm calling bullshit on all 3 fucking fights. I don't want to hear jack shit about it or from them. Wilder was cheated 3 times.
3 times, and Fury's gonna retire. And you know what's gonna be so crazy about it? In the documentary, he's gonna like, I never denied cheating. He never denied it. In the third fight, he spoke, bro. It's gonna look so crazy in the light. It's gonna look so crazy in the light, Di. because in the third fight, he was telling Wilder and all of us in the camp, I mean, the press conference, he said, "Yes, nigga, I fucking cheated. I cheated. So fucking what?"
Yeah, he
But you
just
know, we made a mistake, y'all. One thing I honestly made a mistake. We live and we learn. I made a mistake. The trolls, they used to tell me, well, if Fury cheated before, what made you think he's not going to cheat again? And my dumb ass said, "Oh, because all eyes are on them, so it's different now." Nah, these niggas still did the same shit, man. Same shit.
I knew that once they were dealing with Deontay Wilder, that they weren't going to stop. Because especially when you look at the footage and the public perception leading up to the third fight, everybody, even Tyson Fury fans, admitted Wilder's looking more dangerous. He's looking far more dangerous.
People sent, I swear to God, people sent me DMs of their betting slips in the UK, betting on Wilder.
Yeah, I mean, they believed it. We believed it. I didn't think that a whole camp's worth of new tricks was going to take place, but I thought with his anger factor combined with what he did in the first fight, especially coming in, with more muscle mass and not being as resistant to getting pushed on the ropes, I thought he was going to make something happen based off of that. But
For
and
some reason, like when the fights, look, I was there at the fight, man. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, first of all, I'm like, yo, Wilder is big as shit. And then I'm looking at Fury, and I'm like, yo, Fury is also big as shit. They look like two giants in the ring, but one giant was just way bigger. When I seen Fury grab Wilder with the shit like this and then uppercut him, I swear to God, I thought it was over right then and there. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Wilder's perch resistance is bad. It's done. It's over with. Fuck. But when Wilder dropped him, bro, I know for a fact that that count was long as shit because I got up, had enough time to celebrate, turn to my side, dap the nigga up, turn over, and look, and it's still on motherfucking 8, 9. It's just crazy, bro. Like with Tyson Fury, he showed us that even if you get knocked out, you can still win the fight. Just like that.
to me, like even with that thing considered, like we noticed, Ward snitched on the whole operation. The way Ward was so casual and so fast with his response, I was like, oh yeah, it's bullshit in the game. Like the moment he said, yeah, this count's taking time long, I was like, oh my god. And
Nigga, they had the mini documentary about the count. Ward said the count was long. The fans say, you know what? Wilder should have been in his proper corner. Everybody know. Dillian White just came out and said it. The rep, even Dillian White said it, man. And Michael Benson, they all want to post that shit because they know it. The fucking long count saved Tyson Fury twice. Twice. Not once, but twice.
no, that's just like when Andre Ward during the Taylor and Catterall fight, the first thing he said was, "Oh, they're back there erasing some cards right now," and I'm like, "Oh, this dude."
Man, Ward and fucking Bradley was laughing, bro.
I was like, "This nigga can't help himself. All that cooning is hurting him. He's
Bro,
telling
they
the
was
truth."
sitting back laughing like, oh my God, they probably did a racist paper right now. The racist
Because
scorecard. Yeah, you
because
know what
they
the
they
fuck going on.
because they seen this because the thing is they're boxing experts, so they be watching these motherfuckers get washed and still be winning fights.
Bro, why Top Rank ain't showing no fucking on motherfucking flashback Jack Catterall versus Josh Taylor?
Hell no, them highlights is fucking trash. But you know what I did see though? I did see Tyson Fury in his custom specialized green Paffin Sport gloves. I did see those. So that's why I think Dillian White is gonna get fucking smoked.
You
And
seen
all,
those gloves?
yeah, I
They
still can't
picked them
find them.
out.
No, I seen him training with them on the pads, and again, I can't find them anywhere. And it's
Yeah,
funny too because did you see when I tagged you on Instagram that British boxing store? They were comparing the gloves of Tyson Fury versus Dillian White. They had the gloves that Dillian White used, but they couldn't find Tyson Fury's glove, so they had to use a green sparring glove from Rival on it because they couldn't find the Path of Sport. They couldn't find them. They don't know where to get them.
because you can't get them, nigga. That's just wild, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
These niggas. Somebody posted on Instagram. We were talking, and I was like, I don't know if I could be like truly in the bomb squad because around that time, because that type of shit, like what Tyson Fury did, proved that this is bigger than boxing. There probably wouldn't even be a third fight because I probably would have been locked up. Like, nigga, because that is some bogus shit. Fury tried to kill this man. And the whole commission, WBC, were all in it. WBC out here flying out to Dubai, having meetings with this man. There's a reason why, and we all knew it. We all knew it. We said, why would the WBC quickly deny investigating these claims?
and my thing is too. Here's the thing that stands out to me from a business perspective. If you're Path Sports and you're not a popular company in the United States, wouldn't you want to manufacture that exact glove as the glove that knocked out Deontay Wilder? Wouldn't you want a bunch of fighters to be repping Path Sport now? Why not mass produce that same glove? Oh, right, because there might be some bullshit in the game.
Some bullshit again. We're the only time where you see a commission say, no matter what Deontay says, those gloves are approved. They're approved. They're approved by who? Daniel Kinningham, huh?
And no,
The guy that's getting the consultant fees. The fuck out of here, man.
in Extreme Willpower, the reason why he's probably quitting early is because he was serious about soaking his hands in gasoline. And that shit probably has bad effects on your hands and probably gives you arthritis and shit and it's bad for your joints. He was probably dead ass serious when he said that he's gonna soak his hands in petrol because it calluses your joints and makes your hands hard.
Motherfucker Gypsy. He'll do whatever it takes to cheat, man, to win. But we'll see, because eventually gypsies get caught.
I mean, shit.
So we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean,
most definitely see.
it
What if
depends.
White knocked this nigga out tomorrow, bro?
That'd
That
be
would be some wild shit.
that'd be embarrassing. But if that happens, I need Wilder and White ASAP.
What you think they gonna say about Wilder? That's why I posted that tweet. It didn't get a lot of traction. I said if White wins, if White sleeps Fury, will that be because of Wilder's fucking the fights that he had with Tyson Fury, or would that be because White is just a better boxer than Tyson Fury and Wilder?
I think if that happens, it'll just be a lucky ass punch. Lucky punch is happening. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. I mean, you can talk about the punches and all the fights with Wilder, but that shit would just be, to me, I would just call that a lucky ass punch.
So you call a lucky ass punch.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, if he sleeps him like a one shot, that's just a lucky fucking punch to me. Because Fury too, he's the biggest, tallest, longest heavyweight friendly fighter. So as I don't see White being able to do nothing to touch him. Not to mention one of those uppercuts on the inside and White going to sleep.
What time did that fight come on?
Shit, I have no idea. I haven't done an ounce of research.
I think somebody said 1 o'clock, but I'm not even fucking sure, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not too concerned.
So what's your prediction? Did you already give a prediction?
Yeah, I think Fury's gonna beat the shit out of him. Why?
Oh
Why?
yeah, he
Yeah,
gonna
why?
fucking Yeah.
He's gonna stop him in 7. White isn't shit. I don't know why people are hyping him up like he's accomplished something. White isn't shit.
Somebody said today what pissed me off. They said that the WBC protect Wilder.
Protected Wilder from White?
From White.
Oh, okay, that's new. I mean, they can talk about the 1,000 days or whatever, but I mean, shit. Wilder tried to fight Povetkin, but Povetkin fucked him.
He protect him from the guy who got slept by the guy who ducked Wilder, purposely took performance enhancing drugs because he knew Wilder was gonna kill him.
Yeah, and he rather serve as an AJ sacrifice than a Wilder sacrifice.
Because that Wilder sacrifice, he seen what happened to his man Spilker. The world seen what happened to his man Spilker.
Yeah, Spilka ain't been the same since. He don't even like his eyes don't even look straight.
Exactly. But shit, I gotta get up out of here, man. I gotta get some rest. Um, we're gonna do this tomorrow. Probably do a watch part. I don't even know. I don't even know. Hell no. Fuck that.
You don't watch Fighting Superior White.
Yeah, like hell no. I don't want to sit through that fucking British T Fast undercard.
I'm gonna watch it if I'm not doing anything special. But I'm probably look at
Yeah.
it. I'll probably look at it.
I gotta get a lot of art done in tomorrow. So we'll see. I'm gonna let you know.
No
But
problem.
shout out to everybody. Artmanapparel.com.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Yeah.